about an hour or so, give or take, last week during your investigation, murder, and travel to the location where you guys were.
Technically,
you're
it was
about-
a suicide.
So you guys have about 3 hours of daylight left before the night cycle inside of the hive starts.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you mental gens like to do?
And before the heretic committed suicide, he told something about the almshouse shelter.
The almshouse, yes?
We've got there to check and the dead guy's house.
That's what. Why would he be living in a shelter and have a house?
You'd probably be going to the shelter to get food.
Yeah, it's an almshouse. It's
They don't
a
give
food
shelter.
bank.
It's
Yeah.
a soup kitchen
Yeah,
Basically.
soup kitchen.
for you Americans.
We don't feed the poor.
I mean, in theory. So,
I say we go to his house and we can just stay there tonight.
He doesn't have a house anymore, though.
He
He got
has,
kicked
No.
out.
No, he was still. That was his registered abode. It could be that the sister lives there as well.
and it's not really a house, it's a cube.
Yeah.
We should check out his hab cube and then head from there to the arms house. See if we can build a pattern to his movements, whereabouts.
Fair
Nothing
enough.
unusual there.
I don't think this is a place we want to be traveling at night.
What could go wrong? It's just a hive at night.
It's just a underhive.
Don't worry, Cogboy.
Yeah, I didn't
If
mean underhive
anything
yet.
happens, your psycho friend will protect you.
Oh God.
Scotchmo will save you, the way he saved you from that little boy.
so, where do you guys wish to go first?
Habstack 717.
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, once more, you head out into the lower mid-hive, traveling nearly waist-deep in places through the trash, garbage, just the absolute worst in debris and human refuse to get to your target. Passing by the yawning roadway tunnels, wide enough to fit macro haulers through, burnt out tenements, and all the wonderful squalor that you have come to expect from the lower mid-hive where you are currently. You make your way using the slate that provided by the inquisitorial agent towards the last known residence, Stack 717, to investigate. Is there anything you guys want to do on the way there?
Not get shot.
Oh, I guess we'll see.
Are
You
we
travel about-
going
Mhm.
like? I'm looking at the map. Are we going south between the city blocks, or are we going east by the statue and market and Sykes Yard?
Mm. I suppose you'd be going east. From the east, I guess, would be the best.
What's the statue of?
The Emperor.
You've never seen it, so who knows?
Right,
Guess
Emperor
we'll
or
see when you
something.
get there. So, you travel via the hives. Unless you want to go visit the statue and you're welcome to go
I mean,
visit.
I'm always up for going praying at a statue of Emperor or one of the local saints or something.
I would only if we walked past it to get to the place we're going. Just curiosity.
No, you guys won't be going past the statue. Alright. So, you travel about 30 minutes using one of the arterial tunnels, crisscrossing the hive through the underways to get to Habstack 717. It is a boxy, grey, 10-city block decorated with arched windows, and stacked tiers of carved carab blazons cover it. You see very faint road signs that look like they have been vandalized extensively, which require a bit more investigation to figure out what they are. However, despite the generally disheveled appearance, the stack seems outwardly to be in as good order as any stack in any area that you've come across before. As you walk forward and step inside the main entrance doors, you see that they have been broken open, the locks vandalized, and much of the foyer has been thoroughly vandalized and scavenged as well. Ahead of you, you see an elevator. The door is stuck open, displaying a black void. Next to it, a stairwell, decorated with damaged murals depicting active and happy workers, and stylized representations of hive nobles dispensing bounty from on high, and icons of the city's powerful nobility. Aside from some muted noises from behind a few shuttered doors, the whole building seems empty, silent, and devoid of activity. What do you gentlemen do?
Is there any sort of like key? My first guess would be near the elevator, which would have indicated the hab blocks, the number sequencing for each hab cube. I'm going to guess that 717 means 7th floor, cube 17. But I just want to confirm that if there's anything like some kind of
Make
like
a routine. Actually, no. Make a challenging perception. So that'll be +0 for your investigation. What would it be in this case? Scrutiny?
Awareness?
Logic.
No, man. To like, investigate, like observe something up close and try and figure something else.
Actually, wouldn't that be
either-
scrutiny?
That would be
scrutiny
scrutiny.
or awareness, one of the two.
Yeah, it'd be scrutiny. Awareness is more for like detecting ambushes and stuff like that.
So
Could we
that's-
use-
Figuring out somebody's observing you, stuff.
Logic to figure out what the coding is?
What coding?
Woohoo!
Like,
36.
Oh, I should probably
My-
join the tabletop session, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I
38.
have so many PDFs open, I don't have enough screens.
Well, for what it's worth, I've
38.
only got one, and I have to alt tab through everything.
Just put them side by side with the tab mode thing Windows 10 has.
Yeah, the thing is, it's 1080p, so like, dude, it doesn't work. PDFs become a pain in the ass. Then
Okay, so
my
did
screen
you,
at the moment, you forget, my
What's
screen
your-
at the moment's a recycled TV. So
What's your scrutiny?
38, and I rolled 36.
38, you rolled 36.
Yes.
Okay. You do not make out any information whatsoever as far as the stack ordering goes. However, you become gradually aware of a abiding sense of dread that hangs over the place. Far worse than anything you've sensed so far in any other area.
Oh my. Watch yourselves, lads. Something's not right here.
Something not right in this whole damn place.
Define
Nothing's
not
feeling right.
right. What kind of
Something
not right are we talking about?
Just feels wrong.
I want to do a science test, see if there's any warp shenanigans.
That'll be
I think it's just a lack of Emperor's blessing.
Sinuscience is a routine test in this case. Plus D.
Plus how much?
20.
My god, I might actually pass. No, I'm not
Sorry.
passing.
Okay. Good
I
to know.
saw that. I was like watching that D100. I was like, oh yes, yes, and then it rolled.
does this Hepstack look like it has 17 plus floors?
Looks like
Are
a simple 100 floors.
It's very big.
I'm very much struggling to impart to you guys the scale of the architecture that you're dealing with.
Are there any terminals or anything that's
Hell no. The
On the-
place is
Okay.
thoroughly
Like,
vandalized.
think like the big mega block from the Dread movie with Carl Urban, and think of like 100 of them taped together and dense.
On that broken elevator we saw, was there like a dial to say what floor the elevator was stuck on?
You glance closely at the divine architecture of the Omnissiah that has been so thoroughly vandalized. And where this little divine guidance would have been, there's simply an empty patch on the wall, slightly paler from the rest, where it looks like it has been livered off and stolen.
Heresy.
Generally, yes.
Can I take out a pen and write what should be there?
I mean, sure.
Are there? Does it appear that this was a analog or electronic dial?
Unknown. Maybe steam powered. Or possibly Ogren powered.
are there any like room numbers or anything on the doors to the cubes in this entry foyer?
Here and there, you see like 1 or 2 single digits that have not been washed away by the.
Right, well, let's head to the stairs and head up.
Okay.
Alright. You guys head deeper into the stack, looking for Soul's chambers. After climbing for several minutes, go up the floor. Several more pass. The next time passes, and you finally make it to the floor you suspect Soul's chambers reside in. Ahead of you, using rudimentary mathematics, you guys figure out which chamber is his. Find the door ajar, the lock broken. The
Is
little
it
bit
on
you
the
can see
7th floor?
past the door is on the 7th floor. You see a simple 8 by 8 meter box chamber with a single arched window and a door leading out.
Are there locks on any of the other rooms we've passed so far been broken as well? Like, is this a common occurrence?
Many of them do appear to be broken, yes.
Okay. Does the block look like it's breaking with like violence or just like general vandalism? Basically, my question is: does it look like it was vandalized slowly, or was it like a break-in?
Make a
Just to be safe, Scotch was pulling out his pistol.
Yeah, I've got my shotgun out as well.
I'm just trying to think what. Make a survival check for me.
Okay.
I'm looking through the skill list. That's the most applicable one in this case.
Dodge?
No.
It's hard to tell. It's just another broken lock in a horde of broken blocks. you've
Okay.
seen so far. Unfortunately, your priestly training did not prepare you for the life of an inquisitorial agent as thoroughly as one might have prayed for.
A fat Scotchmo is like ready to breach the room.
Sure. Make a routine awareness check for me, Fetch Cosmo, since I'm assuming you're taking point with your pistol.
Yeah, I'm covering next to the door.
Okay.
Awareness? No.
Alrighty. So, how are you guys approaching the door?
Are the lights off in the room? Is it visibility
Lights.
low?
Visibility is perpetually low in the hive. It is a constant state of semi-darkness.
Can I hold a chem lamp with my mechandendrite?
Is it a utility mechandendrite, or what is it?
Yes.
I think it has a built-in stab light, doesn't it?
Scotchmo can see in the dark.
I think the optical one does. Like,
If it's just a normal, like, prehensile limb, then sure, you can hold a light in it.
I do not know how to spell mechandendrite. Okay, yeah, I'll get my chem light out and hold it with my dendrite
All right.
and kind of push it into the room from around the corner.
Your mechanendrite reveals a frightened-looking woman doing a poor job of hiding behind the bed in the corner, huddled in an overcoat too large for her, clutching a rucksack to her chest. You recognize her from the pick slate given to you. Lily Arbus, Soul's sister.
Objective
Yeah.
found.
She seems a little bit relieved when she sees you stepping into the room.
Scotchman
Clearly
combat
not being
rolls.
you acrobatics test for me then?
Plump.
Thump.
Would this be a routine acrobatics? Because I think
Where?
a combat roll would be pretty basic
I'm very
stuff.
fat though.
True, but it's still a basic acrobatic thing. So shouldn't it be routine?
Sure.
Then I pass.
You are bumped aside as a fat man rolls into the room with his gun out. And you hear her scream and drop the rucksack she's holding up to her chest. And hold her hands up into the sky. And you can see a single tear start almost unwillingly running down her as she bites down on her teeth and tries not to make any sudden movements.
Shooter.
What are you doing, Scotchboy?
Well, somebody just told me to shoot her.
Okay. Did you
Well,
shoot her?
Did you actually just shout shoot her?
No.
Jesus Christ.
I continue to combat
You're-
roll around the room.
Hey, I'm just kind of like behind everybody, so I don't even know what's going on in there. At the
I'm-
moment.
What is this, Dark Souls?
I'm Dark
PvP?
Souls,
What is going
Dark
on?
Souls fat rolling around, being as tactical looking as I can. I've seen it in the holo vids.
You guys, Mr.
Can
Tickry, you see her
make-
slowly reach down to pick up the bag, and then trying to keep herself far away from Scotchmo's rolling, she starts slowly making her way to the wall, like back against the wall, and then just like sliding along it to try and just get past you.
Do you have room to combat roll in this tiny little hut?
You get to buy.
rolling against a wall.
I'm bumping into a lot of walls.
Coming into the room,
citizen.
I look at the woman, and I turn
She
to
stops
her,
as soon as you step into the doorway.
Lily Arbest?
Yeah. Yes.
We need to speak to you. I sort of like look at Scotchmo rolling around there like, will you stop that shit, please?
Room secure.
Stand
You're-
guard in the entrance, make sure nobody else gets in here.
She's like looking now between the rolling idiot and the tech priest and you, and she's just like, "You're not from around here, are you?"
I sort of holster my shotgun and so,
Oh no, what could have given that away? We definitely local.
I look down as a. We are in the employ of the Cobluster Say. We have been requested to look into the death of your brother. Your cooperation is required.
All right. What do you want to know?
Is there are there any like tables or chairs in this hab,
No.
or is it just the bed area?
There's a bed area and there's like a couple of low pieces of plank that
Okay.
look like they served as a dresser
See-
slash table slash.
I
something.
gesture for Lily to sit on the bed.
Did you say this room was 8 foot by 8 foot or 8 meter by 8 meter?
8 meter by 8 meter?
So we can all fit in here.
Technically, I suppose, yes.
I suggest we enter the residence and close the door. We are attracting attention out here. Or
Are we?
could
No. It's deserted as far as you can tell.
I mean, we can enter it, but it's going to be obvious that activity is happening here. But sure, if this makes you happier, let's all just pile into the small room.
Gets a bit crowded. Well, more than a bit. What do you want to know?
Tell us about your brother.
To my shame, I didn't know he was gone till days afterwards.
When did you find out that he was gone?
I've had a contract to work up Hive, and I'm too worn out to care. And to be honest, Toll's been drinking a lot, drowning his sorrows and sleeping it off. And by the time I realized that he'd vanished, he'd been gone for days. I looked everywhere. I even went into that workers' union to look for him, and though the place makes my skin crawl, everyone just stared blankly back at me. And then I knew. I just knew something terrible had happened to him.
How
You're
long
speaking
ago
of
was it
Tantalus?
that you realized that he was missing?
Uh,
Sorry?
2 weeks? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? 3 weeks? Time's hard.
Understandable, especially if you were working up Hive.
Yeah.
It's hard, I know. It's hard. Can you tell us? The information that we have was that your brother was employed by the Tantalus indenture.
That's what he said. I really didn't visit him at his workplace or anything like that.
Okay. All right.
Your brother was laid off 60 cycles ago. What has he been doing since then?
Shh.
I don't know. Drinking, mostly. So that's why I went to the union.
A question, Lily. This is his registered hab. Why are you in here? If you were
Well-
working up Hive, do you not have your own hab?
No, I was staying with a friend.
And when you weren't staying with a friend, where do you normally live?
I have a little place in here as well.
By up Hive, is that like just the floor above? That's not complete destitution and
Yeah, a little bit more
okay.
civil.
One of the nicer areas. You know, it's like, you know, going from like it's like going from the Bronx to, you know, Queens.
Things more like going from the sewer to the curb.
Yeah, something like that. That works too. All right. Will you be staying here in this hab at all, Miss Arbest?
Oh God, no!
I'm
leaving.
I think that might be a good idea.
I was just
But
waiting
before-
till the shift ends.
Oh, fair enough. But one last question, Miss Arbest. What were you doing here in this hab today?
Gathering up
seem-
some of his things. Maybe sell, get some coin.
Is she still clutching that bag?
Yep.
May we, if may we see what it is that you've collected? Anything that may help us in our investigation. You can have it all back.
Make a persuasion check. Or charm, I suppose, in this case. Sure.
Can't I do it as an inquiry?
No.
No, because inquiry is about finding out information.
If you just said, "What's in the bag?"
It's basically used for inquiry. Is basically used for like this.
Yeah,
thing
don't
over-
worry, because when I fail the charm test, the inquiry is coming.
What, you gonna put the screws to some frightened woman?
Then the ballistic
Wouldn't that be
skill.
intimidation, though?
No, I fail the charm test.
How much did you roll?
48.
And your charm is?
5.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
She clutches the bag tighter to her chest. Look,
Miss-
this is
Miss
all
Arbest?
I'm going to salvage.
Miss Arbest?
I'm
What's in the
well
bag?
familiar with your type. Just some odds and ends.
What's in the bag, Miss Arbest?
Try and make
What's
an
in the-
intimidation check, sir.
What's in the box?
And that's how the whip is
I make it.
clammed up. And she looks at you and then she
That I
shoves the
made.
bag
Is
at
my
you.
intimidation is like 36 and I rolled 28. Ha!
She shoves the bag at you. And looks away and you see like another tear like starting down her eye. And down her
I
cheek.
take out 5 thrones from our little kitty and I hand them to her. And
She looks at you
as
like
I
she wants to
hold-
like throw
as-
them back in your face before taking them and quickly like flashing
As she
disappearing
takes
them
them.
inside.
As she takes them, I tell her, "You speak to no one of this. The SA wishes for this matter to be kept quiet. Understood?"
He nods silently, too afraid
Wait,
to talk back.
While she's still on the bed, I up in the backpack on the bed and just go through its contents very quickly. What's all there?
Some corpse starch, few canned goods, 1 or 2 faded picks, 2 thrones, here and there like pieces of clothing that seem
Is
to
there
be
5
in-
thrones?
That's
Not
fine.
even. But yes,
The
lots of
pictures.
things.
What are they? The couple of pictures you mentioned. What are they of? Just general family pictures, or
Seem old, faded, wrinkled, yellowed with age. Seem when they were younger, like a younger man and woman
okay?
standing with a bearded man and a very tired-looking woman next to him.
I sort of point at the pictures and look at it as your parents.
Yes.
I pack everything back up into the backpack and hand it to her.
Are the
Takes
parents still alive?
no.
Doubtful. I sort of like move up off the bed, gesture to her, and I point to the door and say, "I think it is in your best interests to head to your hab block now, Miss Arbest."
A moment. What is... We require where your hab block is. Where will you be staying?
823.
Is there like a insight check thing?
Yeah.
Like what is she lying to me?
That is going to be. What was it interrogation? No, wasn't it interrogation? There's another one. Scrutiny.
God damn, everything's scrutiny.
Well, when you're trying to collect information and gather conclusions, or interpret Auspex readings, or tell if people are lying, you will generally be scrutinizing the information.
You're really screwing my newts here.
It's almost like you're information gatherers for the Holy Orders or something.
22 out of 18. So just failed.
She seemed hesitant, but on the level.
And do you happen to know of anybody who would want to harm Saul, or who has lately been relying on for said booze?
And about the Union. We hadn't heard about no Union yet.
She looks a little bit frightened. So, I was frightened to report him missing at first. Then I saw Warden Loken on his own in the square, and he looked, I don't know, lost. And then I told him Soul was gone. And he seemed angry at first, and then he just went kind of quiet. Looked like he was gonna break down in tears right there
Warden Loken?
Local Arbites. He made me swear by the God Emperor and by Saint Russus not to mention this again, especially not to the other enforcers. It was strange. Thought he was even more scared than I was. I have no idea he'd actually reported it.
And
What is
he
his
like
hab block number?
Don't know.
Is he
Don't-
like an officer or something, or is he
He's
just
an
one of the
Arbite.
grunts?
He's the captain of the local precinct.
Which precinct is that?
It would be the local enforcer station.
The Coscarla Stack precinct. One you're at now.
And where's that?
If you head down into town, just ask around, they'll direct you to it. Just ask for the local enforcer station, they'll send you there.
Alright, and what about this union?
It's just a place for the people to go drink them in, I guess.
Is it the
Exactly
same
what
thing
it-
as the arms house he's been going to?
He's been going to an almshouse?
Apparently so.
No, they're not the same.
Can I gather, is union as in a collective bargaining agency for the workers, or is the union like just the people, who hire?
own the workers.
Okay. So Tantalus Indentured is. I'll ask her, when you say union, you're speaking of Tantalus Indentured Company, I guess? Whatever, is that what we're called?
Yeah. You might. No, don't worry about it.
No, speak.
Shakes her head. She's disinclined to acquiesce to your request.
I look around at the group. Should I do it?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know what
it
you're
is,
up to, but
no.
I point up my brain.
Oh no.
She's looking at you guys kind of uncomprehendingly.
God, I was gonna have something else I forgot. Do you see this Warden Loken often in, where'd you say, the
Enforcer station. Well, she saw him down in the yard. The enforcers would have a station, like a police station. Somewhere
yeah,
in
I
there.
don't want to walk into a police station and ask a cop why he is
Well,
involved
I
in murder.
suppose you should go and figure it out then. It's not like some random Hab citizen is going to know the comings and goings of some random other person.
Tell us exactly where he is at this moment in time.
I've got you!
Do you have a Vox?
I'm sorry?
I have two questions. Let her go.
I suppose if we have any further questions, we will find you at Hab Block 8-23.
I'll be there for a few more days.
So you just live a floor up.
Close enough?
Okay. Would you like us to escort you to your room?
She looks aghast. God Emperor, no.
Rude.
Can't imagine what people think already. Don't want no trouble. I'm leaving now.
Bye.
Yes, you're
She
free to leave.
She grabs her bag and slowly inches her way past you guys, and as soon as she passes the last of you, she goes into a little sprint, running down the stairs away from you.
She seemed nice.
Got a moving target. Blam!
Oh my god, she's coming right for us!
She's gonna shoot her!
Oh god, not again. Alright, time to check out the hab.
So, this yard she was speaking of, should we go see if Mr. Loken is patrolling there now? I guess shit, we should ask what he looked like.
I'm sure there aren't that many.
I walk up to 823 and ask her what he looks like.
It's deserted. There's nobody there.
Ah, lying bitch.
Did say she was going down the stairs, not up.
We should have booby trapped them. Well, we
Shot
can
her in the
always
leg, so
just
she should be
check in at the enforcer's station and check it and ask for a Captain Loken. And we've got the arms house to check out and this new union place.
In this hab, is there are there any like cupboards or drawers or anything, like any piece of furniture that can be closed up?
Can be closed up.
So, I just basically I want to actually search this cube. I want to like just have a look and see if there's like anything like, well, yeah, I'm looking for anything at all.
What is
Make
corpse
an
starch
awareness.
used for?
Eaten.
Eaten.
Ah,
Render the bodies down into food.
We let her
Um,
take all that stuff, though, right?
Yes. Awareness check, please.
Where's my dice?
Who's all searching here?
Yeah, let's all look around for hidden compartments.
Okay, if you're all going to be searching, it's going to give you plus 10 bonus as you all collaboratively comb through the
I
area.
rolled a
And we're doing
47.
awareness, hey?
Correct.
I
So
passed
that's
by
58,
one.
58, I passed by 3.
That's enough. 3 degrees. Yes.
We get
You
what,
find.
plus 10? Oh, I pass.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You find a bag with 6 thrown hidden away in a false compartment underneath. That's it.
Is the bed just like a plank, or does it actually have a mattress?
It has something that can generously be called a mattress, yes.
I'm going to, like, cut it open and search through it, see if anything's been hid inside it or underneath it.
Sure. Cut it open. The interior looks like it's made out of bundled up plastic bags that have been loosely bundled together and then with some kind of twine wrapped around them to form almost like small bales. But nothing else.
Okay, so there's there's absolutely nothing else in this apartment. No, like, scraps of paper or...
No convenient clues. No.
Okay.
He was a nobody. Just,
So just
a regular hab worker.
Just the
doing
6
hab
thrones
thing.
that was hidden away.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, we made profit.
Can I roll logic to solve the murder?
Sure.
Beepity poopity, it was you.
Surprise, bitch, it was you. Oh no. So, you guys have about 2 hours of daylight remaining. What would you like to do?
Do we have... This is me asking the group. Do we have plans for accommodations for the night? Or are we just going to... squat in the street?
Pull up the I pull up the data slate and check if there's any, like, what would it be in a...
wouldn't we have some kind of accommodations in the hive since we
In the
were
up
waiting
hive.
here?
Upstairs?
Yes. You
Okay.
had accommodations you were individually each staying at, but yes, you don't have anything down here.
What would the hive equivalent of, like, a bed and breakfast
hostel.
be? Okay, I check on the data slate. Are there any hostels in the area?
Indeed. There's the Koskarla hostel.
Okay,
Oh.
let me Is it on the? Yeah, yes, it's on the map thing. So let me just check. Here's where we are, and it's over there. Okay, yeah, let's head to the hostel and
How
find out what it costs to book a room
how
for the night.
long would it take us to just go back to where we were?
You can.
So
You mean like back to where you started?
yeah, our original accommodations because it's
About a third of a day's travel.
Okay, so it's gonna that's too
That
long.
sounds-
Okay.
It sounds efficient,
And
going
I
up and
would-
down the high.
I would also like to remind you guys gently that the inquisitorial interrogator wishes answers 2 days hence. You are on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair enough.
You do
Well,
not
let's
want
head
to-
to let's head to the hostel, and at least try and arrange accommodations. And
Heading to the hostel will leave you with about an hour's daylight.
that's fine.
See,
that'll
where's
still-
Alms House from here? 4. Oh, that's way over
Arms
there.
houses, yeah. So it's best is let's head to the hostel, and we can also the hostel. They'll be able to point us in the direction of the enforcer station and the workers' union as well. They might also have other information for
We
us.
should hit the workers' union on the way to the hostel. It's like directly in our path.
If you hit the worker station, providing everything goes well, you should arrive at the hostel just as night falls. Or the night cycle begins.
So in other words, get there just as the gangers come out.
I mean, I'm sure everything will go well.
So,
What
where
could,
do you
what could possibly
gentlemen
go wrong? Oh, Enforcer Station 2, that's up there.
So, do you guys want to go to the almshouse, or where do you want to go, you said?
Well, we want to head to the hostel, but via the union building.
Okay, so everybody in agreement?
Sure.
Yes.
Alrighty. You head once more into the dilapidated, perpetual twilight that is the lower Underhive. You make your way towards Third Templar's Workers. The Workers' Union Hall is a bar and venue provided by the Tantalus Combine for the use of its workers. Common practice that empties the indentures' pockets of what little coin their masters have paid them. The establishment has suffered greatly under its current sponsor. The building itself has been vandalized, brutalized, and bullet-ridden. The bar is not a welcoming place. You step inside to find obviously nervous ganglings, morose drinkers, and smashed up addicts scattered around the interior bar. It is not a place to welcome direct question.
I would like to walk up to one of the drinkers and directly question him.
Sure. You look around, you see these various unsavory characters. What do you gentlemen wish to do?
Apparently, our tech priest wishes to directly question potentially a ganger.
You see.
What's the worst that could happen?
So who do you want to go for? You want to go for the barman? You want to do one of the patrons?
Someone
Or-
drinking.
Who took my
Everybody's
wheels?
drinking. It's the
Okay.
bar.
Actually, yeah, I'll go to the bar bartender, I guess.
Hmm.
So
You walk
excuse
up,
me.
and you see there's a gentleman in what could charitably be called a white shirt, even though it is currently a shade between brown and grey. Rolled up, revealing arms thick with musculature, many tattoos, and he's busy dirtying a glass with an oily rag at the moment. Behind him, you see bottles and bottles of grain liquor and cheap booze. The hubbub
Yeah.
around you.
Excuse me. Is it this facility's policy to give free alcoholic beverages to ex-employees of the union?
Looks at you for a bit. Looks past your shoulder and then back at you.
I just deadpan stare at him. If he's deadpan staring at me, this could take all night.
Yeah, I'm going to go and sit down somewhere quietly and just flag down. Are there any like waitress type people here, or
No, you
does
come get your drinks and you go sit down.
okay?
Okay.
Barman looks at you and he goes, "Fuck off." And then he turns his back to you and busies himself at the counter behind you.
I want to try, like, walking over to a table that's on my own. Oh, Saul, he was my best friend. Oh, I can't believe Saul's gone. And then I sit down and just look sad.
Make a deceive check for me.
Do I get any bonuses?
No, you get a very big penalty.
Well, my DC is 35 and I rolled a 28.
Nice, you pass.
Yay.
Okay. So you have successfully told the air around you that you were Saul's best friend as you went down. Nobody looks like they gave a single shit.
It was worth a try.
Who,
So you're
who's
sitting
carrying?
at one table, and then your muscular friend is sitting at another. What's Mr. Preacher doing, by the way?
Just awkwardly, just trying to not be seen, shuffling. Because this isn't really a place I have any experience in. Not exactly a priest that goes to dive bars often.
So you're just like trying to like blend into the wall currently.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, how do you ask these people questions? You
Maybe
Just try
make
and
an
preach.
awareness check for me.
God, I'm very good at those. Yay! This is sarcasm.
Hmm.
No,
You were almost very good at it.
that wouldn't have been enough.
Okay. So, you're still standing at the bar, looking at the back of the barman now, and his thick, bullish neck. You see the shoulder muscles bunch and jump under his white shirt while he cleans the counter and dirties the glasses.
Well,
What would you like to do, Mr. Tick Priest?
preacher man's carrying our money, isn't he?
No.
I don't know.
No, I've got it.
I walk over to you and said, one throne gelt, please.
I sort of
God.
like look up and go, do I know you?
There's confusion on my face. Yes, we
I sort of
have
like
been spending the day together.
like look up
make
just
an
if
awareness
anybody's
check.
watching, like just
Here's-
because we've traveled together for a day, you fucking cog boy.
See many people giving you a lot of attention from around the table.
I rolled the 99 for awareness.
Oh fuck.
What are you doing?
I sort of push the tech priest back, and I'm trying to signal to Scotchmo to just like get him out of here discreetly.
Have you pulled out your money bag or not?
No.
It looks like you've had too much to drink, Techie. Get to fuck.
Get the fuck.
What are you doing, Randall?
I'm trying to process this. Nothing
Try-
is making sense.
I'm like trying to signal to Scott just to that Scotchmo get him out of here and explain to him. Hopefully Scotchmo is like picking up on it. You know, he's a psycho. I'm trying to like mentally yelling here, get him the fuck out of here.
Scotchmo's looking at the bar and all them lovely bottles.
You see from a door behind the bar a very obviously armed ganger steps out, grabs a couple of bottles from the shelf, and goes into the door again. The bartender not giving him even a moment's glance.
I sort of like okay. I grab I'll grab Zariel. Not Zariel. Doc. That's a Doc. Okay. I sort of grab the tech priest by the scruff and say, "Right, Cogboy, you and me outside. Let's go." And I drag him outside the bar. Sort of just around the corner and throw him up against the wall, and I tell him, just keep it quiet. We're going to fake like we're fighting, and then you need to head to the hostel.
When he says we were failing and fighting, I start pulling out my hand cannon.
Oh no!
He's gonna shoot!
I wish to.
We're outside around the corner. It's
I
like
sense it.
I simply wish to purchase information from the patron of this facility.
That won't work here. That doesn't work in a hive. That's not how things are done here. And if you go about flashing on any money out here, we're all liable to end up dead before we can get to the hostel. This place is full of gangers. So you don't flash your money, you don't show that you have any. You keep it quiet. Now you can't go back in there because your cover's already been blown. And they probably already suspect the rest of us. Well, maybe not Scotch. I think hopefully they just think he's fat and stupid.
Well, Scotch has got a lot of attention on him currently.
Yeah, I know I failed my awareness, but does it look like I have any attention on me? Or do I just look like
a fair
random?
amount.
Sorry?
A fair amount. You once went to the zoo in your younger days, and they had these large leonine creatures in the zoo that they like flung some unfortunate smaller creatures into to be torn apart and eaten, and you kind of feel like one of those small creatures that got yeeted into the enclosure currently. There's a lot of stares from predators in the room, all around you, looking at you and sizing you up and wondering just how quietly they can make you.
I say, fine, give me the geld. I assume the hostel will not be free. I will set up accommodations for us.
All right, I hand over the money pouch to him. I just keep like 2 or 3 thrones out for myself. If I should like buy my way out of any trouble if I need to, or at least like ingratiate myself with people. And I sort of tell him that I tell the tech priest, we will meet you at the hostel as soon as we are able to.
So how much?
Try not to draw attention to yourself.
How much is in there?
At the moment, 118 thrones.
All right.
We were down 5 and then up 6. So we had 100.
You guys are splitting the party. Excellent. Okay, so the tech priest heads off through the dangerous underhive to go and secure accommodation.
Well, it's either that or
what are you doing, lady?
It's like, can you hang? It's either that or he hangs around outside in the corner and tries not to be seen.
I'm trying to just look like I'm, I don't have any money, but I'm also too much trouble for my clothing.
You're too much trouble for your clothing.
Yeah, so somebody doesn't shank me just for the clothing, but I'm also don't have any money. Which is technically true. I don't think I have any money on me at the moment.
So, how are you guys going about procuring information from this?
I'm just gonna see if anybody at any points. I'm trying to use the inquiry, just like
make an inquiry.
just listening, kind of listening, trying to get the general mood of the place.
Make an inquiry test for me, Bork.
Bork.
A challenging inquiry.
Oh no, that's terrible. Rolled an 89.
Oof, I say.
Yeah, inquiry 40.
Remember, you guys do have fate points. I would recommend you use
them. Hang on.
Just saying. You guys have a pool of fate points.
Just as a...
I'm going to re-roll that with a fate point.
What's that, Eric?
I was just going to say, just as a side note, I'm going to be following Doc at a discreet distance to make sure he gets to the hostel safely.
Wow.
The other two, I think, they should be able to... No, as far as I'm aware, they've bought Scotchmo's act, and the priest, I think, as soon as they work out he's a priest, they're going to be too afraid to touch him.
Nobody would touch a holy man.
Nobody would touch a holy man in this
No, not at all.
Okay. So
the cogboy is displayed, and the thing is, he's displayed a rather unusual level of naivety around, like, how people are supposed to behave. So I just want to make sure that he actually manages to get to the hotel okay, to the hostel okay, and like, I'm gonna head back. I'm also just trying to get the lay of the land, sort of like get a better look and just see how do the people behave here? How do they walk? You know, what do they look like? Because when I head back in there, I sort of want to try and sort of like pick up some of those mannerisms and come across as, you know, just another hiver.
Okay. So you two head back home. Liddy, what did you roll for your inquiry test?
2 degrees of failure.
Still, geez.
Yeah, I still rolled. Well, I rolled like shit.
The dice are not with you today.
I rolled a
There
16.
is a higher percentage of failing in Dark Heresy than there is of succeeding at anything.
That's very true. Alright. You try and make it not too obvious that you're listening in, but, you know, you're a holy man in the robes, like rocking it in the middle of
I
them.
probably just can't understand their slang. I'm just like,
Every time, like, you, like, try and, like, you're like, ooh, that sounds juicy, and you, like, start leaning in, you're so obvious about it that people are just kind of, like, clam up, or, like, get up and walk out, or go sit in a different part of the room. And there's, like, like a slow ripple spreading out from you in the room where, like, people are just not talking.
Does anybody wish to confess their sins?
Alright, what about you, Mr. Fat Man?
Scotchman just continues looking sad.
Okay. Time passes. Starts getting darker outside as lumens starting to be shut down sequentially in preparation for the night cycle. You two, who have abandoned your friends at the drug den, make your way all the way to the Arms House.
I just look at
No.
look at the priest. We're in danger.
Why do you say no, Random?
The
you
alms
not-
house is to the
Oh, not the alms
southwest.
house,
We
yeah.
were going to the...
Sorry, the...
We were going north to the hostel.
Hostel, yeah, sorry. Alright. You make your way to the crumbling tenement building of a knocked-through dwelling. And it's marked in cracked paint on a sign above the door that just says Koskarla Hostel. It is, according to your slate, quite literally the only option for a paid night's lodging in this area. Even compared to a lot of this area that you have seen so far, the hostel isn't an awful. The walls are blighted with damp, plaster is peeling, and as you step inside, what few furnishings you can see are covered with patches of mold and unidentifiable stain. The proprietor moves towards you, a bulbous-headed, sickly-looking man with large, bloodshot eyes and pale, clammy skin, perpetually drenched in sweat. He introduces himself as Maxus Dreylock. Despite his fawning pretensions of grandeur, his only workforce consists of a seemingly mute, withered-looking wife, a minor mutant with a skeletally thin build and a badly malformed right hand.
His good hand.
He looks you over, and before you can even greet him or say anything, he offers you his 12 double rooms at the rate of a half throne a night. Lights and bedding generously included. And at the
What
moment, save for the occasional overspill from the workers' union, empty.
What are the dimensions and beddings of said unit?
It's basically like a shitty little cell similar to the one.
No,
that
I'm
you're-
actually asking him what are the dimensions and bedding of...
I don't know, Random. Pick an arbitrary number that's small. I didn't go and research the specific size of a shitty hotel
Okay,
room. In the hive.
how many people can fit in each room?
Double rooms are 2 persons to a room.
I just remember that I have the ability because I'm a shrine whirler that I have 10% chance to, with fate used to be free, if I roll a 1, and I just rolled a 1.
Nice. So you still have your point left.
Yes.
There's 2 people to a room, Random.
So I'll say
They're called double rooms.
2 adjoining rooms.
Well, it's a room for 2 people.
Does the hostel only have 1 room?
No,
rent?
they
Shit
have
hostel.
12. I just
Yeah,
told you
that's what I'm
they
saying.
have
I want 2 rooms that are beside each other.
12. Okay. Told you he
Oh.
had 12 double rooms available. Yes, you may have 2 rooms adjacent to each other. And I also said that it was empty at the moment. So yes, you can have your rooms next to each other.
I'll give him a guilt.
You're paying for 2 nights. Or for 2 rooms. Okay.
2 rooms, 1 night.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll go inspect the room first.
Yeah,
The
they
rooms.
are shitty as they look. Doesn't look very great.
Do our Vox reach from the hostel to the dive bar?
Sure.
I'll just squelch out that
These aren't like comm beads, though, right?
No, they're like big walkie-talkies.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it on during a fucking dive bar excursion.
Scotchmo would, because Scotchmo's not smart.
Oh shit.
Okay, so random, you vox your comrade. Scotchmo, you hear your vox suddenly crackle loudly, undercutting the general hubbub inside the bar. Quiet. What are you saying, random?
I just say accommodations procured.
It stays quiet for a moment.
I sprint as fast as I can out the door.
Make a acrobatics check for me as people suddenly get up, throwing chairs backwards, and all look to dogpile you immediately. Make a challenging acrobatics test to do a, what is this maneuver called? A disengage action, which is a challenging acrobatic skill test. What are you doing, lady?
How plus minus this go?
How plus minus? It's challenging plus 0, so you
Oh,
roll
okay,
against
then
your
I
acrobatics.
rolled a 31 and I'll use a fate point to add plus 10 to that, so I roll exactly 21, which is my acrobatics.
Alrighty. You manage to dive between the first two guys that are seeking to hold you down. Sidestep, surprisingly nimble for a man of your girth, kind of like just belly bumping him out of the way using your superior mass to like knock him off his feet as he's busy getting up. And as you make your way for the door, you hear a boom as a shotgun fired directly at you. Let's see if he can hit you with his crappy ballistic skill. It's gonna be the first roll for the campaign of an actual enemy. Wait, that's I didn't. Where's my D? I need a D1. These.
Scotchmo's seen a lot of action vids, so he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's about.
No combat experience, but he's seen a lot.
He's seen a lot. I like it.
He's watched Die Hard a lot. He knows he knows to look for the air ducts.
Oof,
Die Hard, the Imperial Guard documentary.
That's gonna be a hit to you,
I
Scotchmo.
attempt to dodge it.
Alrighty, Scotchmo is just gonna like try and tuck and roll out of
I
the way.
do not dodge it.
Alrighty.
Well, it's not so much that you dodge it, so much as fly, just jump directly in front of it.
Okay, so let me roll the damages. Righteous Fury.
No, don't say that.
First dice of the game.
Well, Scotchmo's dead.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see. Combat location. So I rolled a 30, and hit locations you reverse them, so it's a 3. So where do we hit you? Head. 0
You
to
hit
10
me
is
in the head. Fantastic. Scotchmo is fucking dead.
Let me just roll. What's your toughness armor value, Hippo?
On the head, 4.
I kid you not! I rolled another 10 with the Righteous Fury.
Oh god.
And now for the third roll.
You've killed Scotchmo. I hope you're
3.
pleased.
23 points of damage. Don't worry, it's okay. So shotguns are...
I don't think it is.
I think it's okay. I think shotguns have...
No, shotguns have bonus damage at close range.
Okay. I thought they had like a penalty at
Scotchmo.
long range.
Is dead.
It's like-
So 23 plus 4 is 27 points of damage, right? How much is your soak?
He said armor is 4.
4.
Is that in total? Like
On
your
my head,
armor?
yes.
Oh my god. So that's how much critical damage? How many wounds have you got?
9.
9. So that's
He's dead.
You've killed me.
That's
hold on, I need to
24
I'm gonna
minus
start rolling up
13.
my new guy now.
hold on. You can burn a fate point to survive.
I could just actually can I re-roll a fate point to do that dodge again?
I mean, yes.
Because
and
otherwise
then
I'm fucking dead.
Sir.
I dodge it.
Okay. Fantastic, thank God. This is why
And
I
that
found
is
that
how
to avoid
lethal
some-
Dark Heresy is.
But that's also why the DM should roll where we can see it.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. Okay, so Scuzz, you just barely. What is your dodge roll, Hippo?
I rolled a 21. My dodge is on the other page. My dodge is 51.
Wow.
I'm
Okay,
very good at
that's really
dodging.
Surprisingly for a fat guy. Okay,
Right?
yeah. So you
He's
easily
just greased
dodge.
up.
Yeah, you just like duck and roll immediately as soon as you hear the shotgun fire, and you feel it actually brushing overhead as you burst out into the street. Across from you, you see two gangers, having heard the boom from the shotgun firing on the interior, start running towards you. Obviously, muscles set up outside to scoop up any likely targets that are going to
Can,
depart with any more thrones under their
Can I
in their. Sorry, yeah.
Can I shout at the gangers that are running? Some guy's trying to hold up the bar in there. It's chaos.
Make a deceive check, sir.
Uh,
Would this be a penalty because they are predisposed to hate you already, or would you get a
why
bonus?
would they hate me?
Because they're gangers who work for the local narco lords, and you're just a random target that's likely going to give them cash. They don't
That
hate you.
doesn't-
They don't hate you personally. It's just your prey.
That doesn't mean that they'll
Let's say
hate
you
him.
get a
It just
plus-
means that
Let's say
if he looks
let's say they get a
panicked
plus-
enough, they'll believe him.
Make it plus. Let's say +10 because the shotgun corroborates your story. The shotgun blast.
Pass.
Plus pass.
Yeah.
That you get to a halt for a moment, looking at each other, trying to decide whether or not you're lying, and then both dive into the bar, like slamming open the doors, pulling out weapons. What are you doing?
I run
Okay.
towards where I think the hostel is.
Make
wouldn't know. I don't have a map.
Stealth check for me to try and blend into the
Just head north.
people. Blend into the people
Just
moving
head
around the
north
area.
in the hundreds of kilometer wide and deep hive.
Stealth check, please, Mr. Hippo.
Fail, horrifically so.
Okay, you're basically just pushing people out of your way as you head down the back alleys, leaving a pretty irritable trail of people that are all cursing you and your extended family line as you head deeper towards the house where your people have procured place to stay. Lady, what are you doing during this complete bedlam? A lot of people are starting to look your way now that they see he has managed to escape, or is escaping, I should say.
Can I just pretend like I'm trying to get in on the bedlam to just kind of look like I belong? Because I assume not everybody here is actually a ganger, and they're all just trying to get a bunch of money.
Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable thing. That's going to be acting, so that would be...
What the hell is acting?
Yeah, I'm looking for the skill that's linked to it. There's a thing for it. I think
Probably
it is deceive.
deception.
I just want to double check quickly. Distract someone, try and disguise oneself. Yeah, disguise. You're trying to disguise yourself as one of the local patrons. What are you doing to disguise yourself?
Well, I mean, I obviously get up once everyone is starting dogpiling, but I'm just kind of staying at the edge because it's I'm trying to look for
You're
an
just
opening.
yeah, totally contributing, gonna cut you, yeah.
And once he gets outside and runs, I'm just gonna try and go after him, pretending I'm still trying to,
Sure.
get him.
Make that deceive check, boy.
Please roll for once. Oh, that's a 7. That's 3 degrees of success.
Okay, you run past the crowd, pushing aside the two gangers that are now rushing inside, having missed him. And there's a crowd boiling out behind you. And you're oh, get him! And you plunge into the alleyway after him, followed by a couple of the guys, all of them seeking to capture this delicious, thick boy. You are in company of 3 gangers that are keeping pace with you, all of them looking for your friend.
Okay, once we get to an intersection or crossing where it looks like it's not clear where he went, I just want to try and, since they think I'm one of them now, can I try and use deceive or command to just tell them, oh, I think he went over there, you guys go over there, I'll catch him over there. Well, that would
Just point at the nearest fat person.
Tell you what, you can use either command or deceive, whichever is higher.
Well, they're actually both for you, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. So, roll.
That's not good enough. Let me use another fate point to re-roll that.
You can also add.
Oh my god, another 60, really?
What are you using? Deceive or command?
Let's just say deceive for now.
We'll say you have a plus 20 bonus because of your first success, and they already bought the story.
That's... Mine's 40, so that would be 4 points too low.
So you just barely fell. We'll say that in the hubbub, one of them is like, doesn't buy it, but the other one is like, okay, sure. I'll head this way. And you see them like split up and start heading down different rat tunnels and intersections and tenement habstacks, leaving you standing momentarily alone with the massive humanity moving around you in different directions.
And I just kind of... I'm still pretending, but I still just kind of want to just head off to the hostel, wherever it is. Because I assume that's where my companion's going anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Sure. Start making your way to the
Just
hostel.
kind of disengage from the whole situation.
All right. So, let's see if these boys can track you through the crowd, Hippo.
Please, no!
I hope you did some cardio, boy.
Has any of this chaos sort of filtered towards me at all in any shape, way, or form yet?
Can I get on my radio? Who voxed me? You almost got me killed, you sons of bitches! They're chasing me, I don't know where I'm going, I'm in an alleyway! Everywhere's alleyways!
Who is this?
Who this?
Where were you when Fat Man was killed? Does anybody get answer their vox?
Yeah, I answer. Who is this?
You son of a bitch! I'll rip those metal pipes at your ass, you cunt!
Do you require backup?
I just keep running. Fuck these guys, they're useless.
After several hours, it's really starting to get dark now. You managed to question enough people to get directions towards the hostel. And you make it there almost simultaneously with your priest friend. Looking a bit grubbier, but a bit smug with himself as well. As you both step into the hostel interior and see this bulbous, emaciated man behind the counter. 2 guests in one day.
Where is he? Where is that metal twat?
Oh yeah, I have to make my box and just talk to the people. Like, hey, we're over here. Come and make sure everything's okay. I mean, you accommodated us as well, right? You assholes.
Yes, you do have accommodations. All right, so you guys come downstairs to find a very out of breath, shiny with sweat, pale pallor that is now a ruddy color looking fat man who is very unimpressed with the situation.
Well, remember, I'm still actually out in the hab. Remember, I didn't say I was going in with the cog boy. I was just following him to make sure he got to the hostel okay.
He even just stood outside for like 3 hours.
No, after I made sure he was there, I was making my way back there to sort of towards the house to try and like see if my cover was still intact.
Cover, unfortunately, yeah. And that time, you're not going to make
It's
it back
been-
into the.
No.
hostel.
It was while I was walking back. That's why I asked. I wanted to sort of like try and have a look at the people around, sort of like see how they behave and what's happening.
Well, yeah, your
so
people
that
watching is fine.
Getting back
but yeah.
in there, that I can, sort of like try and not necessarily pass myself off as somebody in this part of the hive, but just sort of like from the hive in general.
Sure, that's no problem. You've been people watching for a while. All right, so you're all back at the hostel. What do you do?
I try to punch Metal Man, but collapse from the exertion, and have to be dragged to my bed.
I assume you do not, in fact, need backup since you never answered my inquiry.
Scotchmo's unconscious.
I poke him with make a dendrite.
Scotchmo deflates.
The rock could be skinnier now that he's deflated.
I guess I'll try to drag him into one of the rooms It's just me and
Scotchmo
him,
was
though, I
almost
guess.
deflated by a shotgun.
He's heavy, but you take your time to like slowly drag his inert lump up to the mold-ridden
I mean, I
bed.
guess I could try and help him since I'm there anyway.
Sure, you guys ensconce Scotchmo in his bed. Almost the first fatality.
Did your investigation prove fruitful?
No, and unfortunately ended very violently. So I assume we are a little bit less subvert, stealthy. I forgot the term.
Not as subtle as you would have liked to have.
Subtle, yeah. We weren't as subtle as I'd like to have been. Also, good idea. If you're going undercover near gangers and stuff, don't have your Vox on.
Noted. Well, I suppose this is a good thing. We have something to report to the Arbites now.
Oh.
I don't think so. I mean, this is probably, like... I wouldn't say the event is probably common, but, you know... General gang violence is probably too common for the Albrights to give a shit.
Am I back in the hostel at this point? As I've sort of making my
Yes.
way back there now. Okay. Can I use my knowledge of Arbites to sort of like just try and work out how corrupt the local enforcer station is likely to be, looking at the levels of ganger activity?
I mean, a certain level of corruption in any RBs goes without saying in a hive this size, because in an area that's ill-funded, you
It's
just
gonna
simply don't have people, the resources, the tools to deal with it.
No, it's gonna happen, but it's just like I just want to try and impress the point to the doc and to the priest that
Well, then,
going to the Arbites with this is not going to work in our favor, because they're not going to do anything. In fact, it's more likely that we will wind up being arrested, and very likely that we will get shivved in the overnight cells.
oh, what were you doing there? Oh, we just happened to be in the drug den, you know, as one does.
Stab. Yeah, they are more than likely to turn a blind eye to this sort of thing, and in fact, there's a good chance that a fair chunk of them, including officers, will probably be on the gangers'
So
payroll.
the workers' union is a known drug den now?
Well,
The Workers' Union is a bar.
Based on the number of gangers that we saw in there, I would say there's a good chance that they're dealing in something. And it's more than likely they've got the local Arbites precinct under their thumb as well.
while you
Look at
guys
the
are having this
condition of this
discussion,
place.
the
Assume in private.
the hotel proprietor walks up. I assume your rooms are pleasant and to your liking?
No.
He looks very offended at that.
They have not been maintained. They have no scheduled maintenance one can deem.
And the more you say, the more offended he's getting, and you can see he's actually like a vein is
I
starting
sort of
to
like just
pulse on the side of his head.
I sort of look at this. Just stop talking now, please. Yes, the accommodations are satisfactory. Thank you. We might stay a few more days.
That will be very agreeable. See. Turns
Thank
around
you
and walks
again.
away. Gives you the
Like-
stink eye random.
It's like, there's like, Doc, people don't like it when you tell them stuff like that, and we would like to be able to stay here for a few more nights without unpleasant accidents.
I was under the understanding that it is rude not to answer when questioned.
Yes. But also the answer he was expecting is that it would have been that the accommodations were satisfactory, or good even, compared to anything
Make
else.
an
in this
awareness test for me, Mr.
Wait, how did that happen? How did I get deafened and muted?
No.
Hell?
Any
The shotgun
penalties or
blast.
bonuses?
It's a plus 10.
I was wondering why the hell is it so quiet all of a sudden? Did I actually
Well-
press something?
Well, we just solved the murder, lady, so I guess you missed that.
Okay, good
We're
job.
inquisitors
40,
now.
48.
48.
So I pass with 1
As-
degree of success.
As he gives the stink eye to your friend and whirls to walk away, you catch the faintest whiff of a sweet opiate that you are familiar with, Obscura. And then his mannerisms click for you. He's a drug addict. Probably one that's been one for some time.
Great. Well, so much for staying in the hostel tonight.
Wow, that's rude.
Well, okay, let's rephrase that. We are not all going to be sleeping tonight. We will be. Somebody's gonna have to stand watch casually. I sort of look to the other. I look to the other two, and I tell them, "It's like there's a chance that he knows gang members." And what exactly happened this evening after I dragged the cog boy out?
Oh, what was Hippo's character? Scutsmo. Oh yeah, Scutsmo's vox went off, and everybody like tried to gank him.
So effectively, our cover has been blown. So that means that the cogboy cannot be seen in public here. He's likely to get shivved. You two, what about you? Do they know that you're also?
Nah, I think they just think I'm some kind of hive scum
Okay.
opportunist.
All right. So you can still move with a little bit of freedom, but the Dark and Scotchmo can't leave this hostel. Or alternatively, we've got to find alternative accommodation somewhere because this guy is likely known to the gangers, and they are likely going to come here asking if there's strangers staying here, and he's got our numbers now.
I failed to equate how asking how much a drink costs constitutes my cover being blown.
It's not the question you asked, it's the way you asked it. You're fairly obviously a member of the Mechanicus. How often do you think the Mechanicus comes down to this part of a hive? And how often does a member of the Mechanicus ask for a drink in this part of the hive?
I assume there are quite a few engine seers that work at the
How
ship-
often
the
would they
yards.
come down here? How often would they come here to the residential areas and not go back to the Mechanicus compounds?
I'm gonna roll knowledge mechanicus.
I'm just gonna stop you right there. It's probably your logic says they probably don't tend to visit dive bars unless they're doing something heretical or illegal.
I mean, yeah, unless you want to try and pretend that you're a heretic, then I don't exactly see believing that you're up to anything they might be up for.
Very well. I can stand outside and be inconspicuous on guard duty.
Not necessarily outside, perhaps in the rooms. Still,
So.
are the rooms, are the doors electronically locked at all, or is it all sort of like old school manual key and lock?
Your grandpa could probably kick his way into the room fairly easily.
Okay, because there's 12 rooms, and I'm assuming the proprietor knows which 2 rooms we are in. So might I suggest we quietly and discreetly, once we've made sure that he's keep an eye out on what he's doing, move to 2 different rooms. Call me paranoid, but we've just, from what I understand, you guys have just woken up a hornet's nest. I don't want to be where people think we are tonight. So let's
I
just
suppose
quietly break into 2 different rooms and transplant Scotchmo into one of them. And
I'm gonna need you guys
stand
to
guard
make
for the
a
rest of the night.
very difficult stealth check for me. Try and move the unconscious bulk of Scotchmo
Roll the
stealthily
Scotch
into a
Mo.
different.
Yeah, I think that is slightly above our means. I mean, if you're really worried about security, we could just instead all hide out in one room specifically, and then just have one person on guard all the time. Then you
Or just leave Scotchmo here.
Just prop Scotch Mo up against the door. He'll block the door.
So,
Okay. I'm assuming
gonna
we're
be
all
a
rolling. I've
challenging-
got
yeah, it's gonna be a challenging roll.
So
I've got 5 degrees of failure plus whatever the difficulty thing is.
I'm just
if it's
yeah, I'm gonna
challenging,
say-
what is the penalty on it?
It's no penalty. It's a challenging test. Means no bonuses, no
Okay.
penalties.
Well,
However, your cog boy, using his
Oh.
mech and dendrite, smashes the lock
he's
off of
fucked
one
it
of
up
the
for
doors.
all of us.
Ryan! Unless you want to reroll Mr. Random to try and succeed.
I don't
Well,
think this is
if
gonna
we're
happen.
trying to get into the room, I'll use security.
Sure, but you're trying to do it stealthily with the bulk of an incredibly large fat man. So it's first going to be stealth, then going to be lock.
I'll reroll the stealth, but I'll open the door a different way without holding the fat man. That's less degrees of failure. 2 degrees of failure?
How much do you roll? Because I need to check it against the awareness of the NPC.
36 out of 8.
Okay. Nobody comes running up to yell at you or anything. Guys, transplant the sleeping form of Scotchmo to a different room. Are you all going to be sleeping in one room, or taking turns to sleep in one room, like two awake, two asleep, or
Yeah,
What
I
do
think that's going to be best.
because there's 2 beds in a given room? All
I
right.
think we should do 2 adjacent rooms, so if they bust into one door, one group of people aren't cornered. We can come out and flank them.
Sounds like a plan.
But if they do break in, if they're gonna break in, they're gonna break in from both doors at the same time, though.
So, one room or 2, boys? Vote on it if you have to, as long as I
I
get
vote-
an answer.
I vote
one
2.
room.
I vote 2, and I'll drill a hole through the wall so we can
That'll
see
be
into
fine.
the other
God,
room.
just knock the place down.
Scotchmo, 1 or 2? Well, I suppose you don't get to
Scotchmo
say your
has no
sleep.
say.
Okay. Tiebreaker. Paranoid man.
Me. I vote for one room.
Okay, so you guys all pile into a single
Yep.
room.
And
Sweet.
I'm assuming that the doors are sort of in the center, so they're coming in, so you've got a little bit of room on either side.
There's like a passageway with doors on either side of it, yes.
No,
You
what
must
I mean
use
is when
the
you walk
room.
into the room, is the door centered in the wall, or is it off on the sides of the wall?
It's a little bit off center.
Okay, because I just want to, like, if the door, where the door is, I'm going to station myself sort of like a little bit away, but next to it.
Sure.
So that if they do try to kick the doors in or anything, that I'm, like, sort of off to the side, and when they come in, they can get a face full of shotguns.
Just put a Scotch Mo up against the door.
Does the door swing in or out? I'm assuming it swings out.
Door swings out.
So put the accessory door when they open, he just falls on them.
Well, I'm actually like, you know, if we put Scotchman up against the door, what are the chances of him getting shot again?
Like, open the door just slightly and balance Scotch Mo up on top of the door, so when they open it, the Scotch Mo falls on them.
Genius. The heretics will never expect.
The door opens to the outside, so that means that, you know, Scotchmo is going to have to snore real quiet.
Look at this beautiful drawing. I bet you guys have never seen something this pretty in your life.
Oh my god.
I know, right? Not even the Mechanicus could draw such precision.
Truly blessed with the Messiah.
There are some stairs leading into the room from below. So you boys move over into this room. I suppose I should probably draw some stuff in this for you as well, hey? There are 2 beds. There are 2 beds against the wall.
Are they bolted down?
Indeedy do, neighborino. Over here is a water closet. You can go take a dump or wash your face. And in this corner here, there's a large table. A couple of chairs sit around it. There you go. It's open.
Yeah,
Time
so-
passes as it gets darker.
I
Behind
just want.
you here is a long window.
While Scotchmo is asleep, I'm going to hold onto a shotgun.
I was just going to say, is just after we came in here, I go back into the rooms that we've supposedly officially rented, and just mess up the bedding a little bit and close the doors on my way out, trying to give an indication that we are still in there.
Take the pillow smart room and make fake bodies in the beds.
So
Pretty much, yeah. That's
you do
the
all
idea.
that. An hour or 2 passes, and then you hear outside a food is served on the
Smells-
door.
Smell of food wakes Scotchmo up. Scotchmo straight out that door.
I don't think there's actually a smell of food, is there?
No, there's no smell of food inside the door.
No,
The psychic,
windows,
the
just a
psychic
door.
echo of food wakes
Everybody,
Scotchmo up.
everybody make stealth checks for me to see if you can remain hidden in this room while he's knocking on the other.
That
Oh
is
my God.
not likely.
I passed.
Woohoo! I have like 2 degrees of success.
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
Scotchmo
There's not like a.
fails by
there's like a-
3 degrees.
There's not like an eye hole on the door, is there? To
No.
see who's.
No.
Okay.
Scotchmo sits bolt upright and then immediately falls out of the bed with a loud thump. And you guys hear outside, "What's that? Rats! My gun!" You hear footsteps receding down the stairs, down the passageway.
Okay, well, he said dinner served, so let's head on out and go and eat.
The middle of the night.
Cautiously,
It's not the middle of the night.
quietly,
Night
I
is
open the door,
subjective
check
in the
that there's
hive.
nobody in the passage,
True.
and then I'd like motion for everybody to head out into the
Okay,
passage.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go
sure.
down and
Why
go
are
and
we going out?
to go? It's early evening.
Food!
It's called for
Food!
the evening meal.
Food! Food! Food!
Yes, that.
Food!
You guys bundle down to the shitty table laid out where you see some greyish, formless matter has been heaped into some bowls with some cutlery that is probably going to give you tetanus if you put it in your mouth. Has been laid with a semblance of neatness down in the hole.
As we were walking back, I hand Scotchmo his shotgun back.
That's great, but I don't have a Scott shotgun. I don't know where you got that from.
Oh, who has a shotgun?
Me.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So you never had a shotgun in the first place.
Oh,
The shotguns were made along
Just
the way.
imagine the shotgun. That's a. You should
it's a
know.
psychic.
You guys have
You
a,
should know what a shotgun is. That's a broom.
It's a Saigon.
No, you picked up a broom.
you guys have some delicious food. And by delicious, I mean bland and tasteless, but filling nonetheless. Served by the bulbous-headed, emaciated form of the proprietor, looking at you with gleaming, overbright eyes, occasionally cackling a bit to himself. Is there anything you guys would like to ask him, or anything you guys would like to do during dinner? Or are you just going to eat and then head back up to your rooms?
Did
I'm gonna make an inquiry about the body that was found at the tram station. Just sort of like, because I've been wandering around a little bit, and I heard some people talking about it. I was like, what the hell's that all about?
Looks at you. Don't know. Bad for business.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mhm.
No, I was just like, it's listening to that. I'm not going to push it, especially not with running the risk of having our cover blown even further. So I'm gonna leave it alone.
Okay.
Like I asked him, I looked at him as I was, do you know if there's any work going around in the area at all?
Dunno. Try one of them workabouts or something. No.
Good place to start. I'll check that in the morning. Thank you.
All right. Have a nice sleep. Makes his way back behind the counter into a different room, leaving you with your food.
Yay.
So, what's going to be the watch rotation for you boys for the evening?
This is just a slab wall, no windows, eye holes, anything to see outside.
Correct. It's a shitty, damp, encrusted plaster wall.
Plaster, so easy to poke a hole through.
Certainly try.
I think I would poke a small hole, like near the floor, like over here.
All right.
Be with you guys in a sec.
Make a stealth roll for me.
Can I
You
use the
guys
one
are-
I rolled earlier?
No. What are you using to
Oh.
make the hole?
Make sure my Mechaniderite has some kind of drill on it.
I don't know. Is it a Mechaniderite with some kind of drill on it?
It's utility. I assume that has a little bit of everything on it. Has every tool you could ever need.
Sure, why not? You guys hear the loud whine of a power drill. As he like starts drilling a hole through the wall. From below, you hear a startled "What's that?" Followed by footsteps pounding up the stairs, running the room that you're in. Just as you see your friend complete his very neat hole that he has used his power drill to drill through the wall, the door is flung open as you see the incredulous and looking at the owner of said power drill, who also insulted the lodgings earlier, incredibly incensed owner looking at you. What do you think you're doing?
Improving.
You're making holes in my walls! Stop it! Stop it!
Very well. Improving ceased.
You! Points at you, the man who asked for the lodging in the first place. Owe me 50 thrones for damages!
I look around. I do not. I can repair the hole. This unit is not worth 50 thrones.
All of you out! 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 Immediately! Leave! Get out! Points at all of you.
How much of the night was spent?
It's still like early evening.
Oh, okay, so not at all, basically.
Yep, your friend started doing his home improvements pretty much
Oh,
immediately.
Jesus. I guess we don't have night accommodations then.
Out! Never want to see any of you again!
Anybody gonna counter that claim, or are we just actually just gonna leave?
This individual seems to be inefficient.
I want no more of you! Be done! What is the rest of you guys doing? Well, the little man is very angry at you lot.
I would require a refund.
You! There! I should be lucky I don't have you torn limb from limb! And thrown to the rats! What's Scotchbow and Preachman?
Wondering just what exactly went wrong with my life.
I'm sort of like trying to go through the skills here to see what would be applicable here that I could try and do to help with this.
Charm? Improve someone's opinion of you?
Yeah, charm's
That's the
not
one-
going to happen for me.
Scotchmore points at his head. Should I do it?
Fuck it. What could go wrong?
So we've hit
Do
that
it.
stage already. Fuck it.
Yes.
I'm going to attempt to use erasure.
What does that do? And what
With
do you
a
need to roll?
surgeon skill, the Psyker opens up his target's mind and slices away a memory, removing it forever.
Oh no. What do you need to roll?
He's gonna need to make a challenging, opposed willpower test.
Okay. So opposed to yours, eh? So let me roll at a.
Is he on Obscura at the moment or not?
You don't know.
Just but I could smell it.
But in
earlier.
fact, yes, that's just, it's like somebody that smokes. You can smell that they smoke, but you wouldn't
Correct.
be able to tell. Well, kind of, but not really.
Digger
So opposed willpower.
Yes.
That's not great. 56.
I'm gonna use a fate point, because I just rolled a 98.
That's your last one, right?
Unless I can... No, I've got one more after that. I
You
rolled
used to earlier.
I've got 4.
Okay.
And I'm from a Shrine Road, so if I roll a 1, I get it back.
One, you
I
get
rolled a
it back,
17.
Okay, so he fails with like 2 degrees.
Effect. The
of
Psyker chooses a single foe, blah 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 blah. If he fails, the Psyker removes the memory of a recent event from the target's mind.
Do you need to roll a willpower check or anything like that to activate it, or?
No, I don't think so.
You sure about that?
Okay, so we're all standing out in the passage at this point. I would just like to reiterate.
No, you're all in
No,
your
we're all
room.
still in the room.
Okay, well, make sure that the fucking tech priest is standing in front of the hole so that it can't be seen.
Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure you need to make a psychic test of some kind whenever you activate a psychic power.
Also, while this is happening, I'm telling the doc, whatever happens, shut up now.
So, first
no,
you
it's
need
only
to-
if the Psyker rolls doubles during a focus power test, he must roll.
But you haven't rolled the test yet, have
Oh.
you?
Oh fuck's sake! God, psychic fucking powers are so fucking complicated.
That's what I was gonna say. You
Hold
need to
on,
use the
blah, blah,
test
blah, blah.
first. Let's see if you successfully actually activate the power before you raise the poor man's brains. So you choose a psi rating equal to or below your psi rating, your base psi rating. It has to be at least 1.
I will use it as 1.
Okay, so you receive a plus 10 bonus to whatever power you are currently trying to do. And that determines how potent the effect of the power will be.
Alright, so it's then just a willpower test, isn't it? That's what it says.
So let's have a look here. Step making a power test. Using a psychic power begins with a focus powered action, which requires a focus power test to determine whether or not the power manifests successfully and how potent the effects are. Okay, so you use your ability, which I'm assuming it doesn't matter in this case if it's a half action or whatever. So it's a willpower test modified by plus 10.
Alright.
In this case, because of your psi rating, and the power you use determines what skill or characteristics uses. Okay, so what is your skill test on that thing? Your psi rating on that erasure ability?
Oh, I pass.
Alright. Okay, so you managed to successfully...
By 1 degree of success.
Okay,
If I
so
rolled
you,
1 under it, would have been 2.
so you're what? Are you a diviner or what kind of
Telepathy.
telepath? A telepath. Okay.
Telepath.
Telepath. Let's
He
go.
are
Have a look.
telepathetic.
Telepathic. So erasure. Let's have a look. Puppet master, telepathic link, psychic shrink. So if we look at erasure, it's a fellowship test actually, Hippo.
No, that's the prerequisite.
Oh, is it prerequisite fellowship 40?
Yeah.
Great. Remove a target's mind. Okay, so you remove the memory of
Like,
him
pass-
hearing the
yeah,
drilling.
hearing the
or
drilling.
what? Okay.
And then just like walk up to him and just like gently turn him around and make him forget the drilling and finding us in the room. Past like 30 seconds.
You leave him outside and he shivers a little bit and then looks confused. Looks at you lot and then frowns and then walks back down the stairs.
Look at that, I did
Oh.
it!
Yeah, you did a thing.
That's the first time anything's happened. Good. I'm on a Scotchmore's on a roll.
Okay. So, is there anything you guys would like to do while the rest of the evening passes?
Well, make sure that the tech read doesn't do anything anymore.
Anything that like If it's going to make noise, please don't do it.
Scotch
Yeah,
Bro
is
sits on him.
is there like a power button on tech trees? Do you know? Is there a secret off route?
I don't know. Is there random?
No. I've not been blessed with that many upgrades yet. Maybe one day.
Could you recite all 1,000 verses of the blessed or for silence?
There is no such oath, heretic.
Yeah, there is.
So. All
I
right.
prayed to the Emperor for strength.
It's given to you. You're gonna need it. The time passes uneventfully. Who wants to take the first 2 sleepy times?
Watches or the sleepy times themselves? Because I'll take the first one.
Unless one of you wants to sleep on the floor.
I rolled a 1, so I don't use that fate point that I just used.
Okay.
I was told to do nothing, so I'll go to sleep.
Okay. Kick poem hits the mattress. Boop. Sleepy times. Second bed. Who's gonna take that?
I'll stay awake for now.
Yeah, so will I.
Alrighty. Seat yourselves where you wish to be seated or standing for the rest of the evening.
There's something here, right?
Oh,
Like a
you
table.
bitch about me making the hole, but then you're going to use it.
I'm not going to use the hole. I'm just sitting next to. I don't even know where did you drill the hole.
Alrighty. And what about you, Bob? Where are you gonna be sitting? Or-
There in the corner, keeping an
Okay.
eye on the door so that if anybody comes in, I'm sort of ready. But that's also why I'm not right next to the door in case they have half a brain and try and blow through the plaster thin walls immediately adjacent to the door. And I've got my shotgun ready.
Okay.
This has been the longest way to get to sleep ever.
That really is true. So, you find mental gems. Time passes. And nothing happens. It's boring. Oh, so boring, unless you boys want to sit and chat with each other while you're waiting for your turn to go to sleep for the evening.
Not really much for small talk.
Scotch must sleeps
No.
the whole night.
Okay. Time passes. Midnight comes. Midnight goes. And I would like for Bob and Zariel to make awareness tests for me, please.
Nope. I rolled a 77. I need a 6.
That's not good. 87.
You hear nothing. Time passes. Quiet. Let me just quickly grab my noticles here. Want to see how
Gene
many.
Stiller busting the door.
Gene Stealer busting the door to kill every single one of them.
They're the Gene Stealers are here to steal our denim.
Your denim is gone already. That's how badly you rolled.
Oh, shit.
So give me a second. I'm just getting my stuff together here. Just want to make sure I don't completely wreck you boys.
Now, did they get a bonus on awareness for that secret spy hole I made, right?
Nobody's using it.
Nobody knows where it is.
If you've
Yeah,
looked
no,
at
I
it, though,
see
there
it.
is a,
So
there
the
is a
guy from
suspicious
3 floors
eye-
down could hear my drill going, but nobody knows where the hole is.
So
Nobody
we're in
wants
the
to
corner,
know.
so we don't know which
Nobody
hole.
wants any part of your Mechanicus glory hole.
Oh, but the glory.
It's just cyber dongs. Nothing but cyber dongs.
I mean, I'm probably just slowly praying to myself for the Emperor for strength, just constantly.
Sorry.
It's just like, oh god, please, Emperor, why?
Well, I do have one thing going for me, is apparently being a Death Wielder means that attackers do not get the plus 30 surprise bonus against me for
very
whatever
true.
that is. Which I'm hoping counts for something.
Oh, plus 30 is really good. I will just quickly see how many are there. Okay, so you guys don't hear anything.
That's because there is nothing. We've been bamboozled.
I don't suppose I could burn a fate point to
You can
How
use a reroll.
important would this awareness test be?
You can use a fate point to reroll a test. You don't
If-
have to burn
If he
Would-
told
would-
you,
would
then that
you-
would be cheating.
it. Okay, so you don't know Jack, any of you. So
Screw it. I'm gonna use a fate point and re-roll the awareness check.
sure, no problem.
Never mind, I still failed. But this time only by 2 degrees.
Where
Nice.
are the combat modifiers like range and all that in the combat circumstances? Probably. Okay.
Mhm. Oh my.
What do you mean, like what range your gun has?
Just what bonuses having close range and short range and all that stuff. Cover.
Like +10 and +20 and stuff like that. That's a lot of people. Gotta. So the door is stealthily opened. Ever so
Well,
slightly, a
that's-
crack that none of you notice. You engrossed in your prayings, Ariel. Bob, you busy focused on your weapon, oiling it.
Well, I'm
making sure the
staring.
mechanics-
I'm staring at the door.
Doesn't
That's-
matter. You failed your awareness test.
Yeah, I know.
You're currently distracted and doing other things. The
Oh,
long,
fuck.
boring hours, being incredibly boring.
Well, the lights are out, so hopefully I'm in shadows.
You hear 2 dull thumps. Doom, 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 doom. As 2 frag grenades thrown into the room. Let me just see. The first boy fails his ballistic skill test, so that's going to be a scatter die. Let's see if it rolls back into the room with them. No, thankfully. Let's see how far can they?
Pity.
3 meters. And the second one is a success. So you said you're sitting right by the door. Well, I've got super bad news
No,
for you.
no,
my
I'm
friend.
here in the corner.
Right by the door.
Yeah.
1 meter. Well, 50 meters away from the door.
Are,
It's
these
frag
1
grenade.
meter cubes?
Yes.
been nice knowing you guys. It's been fun.
There's one grenade.
There's the first one.
Where's the other one?
And the second one is thrown much deeper into the room.
Oh no.
One lands. There. The second one lands.
I mean, I assume I noticed the grenade sunking in. I
Can I
assume
be-
just
Like,
because I
this is
failed
just-
awareness
this is-
check doesn't
this is-
make me a
this is just
fucking.
Yeah, this is just the initial like bonus to the rolls. I guess.
Can I
Balls.
be in the bathroom at the time?
No.
I went to
Unfortunately,
7-Eleven,
my
get
friend.
get some smokes.
Well, I'm being like completely inattentive, so I was going to go and have a pee.
That's right, me and Doc
Yeah.
have light cover from the bed.
Yeah. So
I was having a piss. I'm here. Please let me be here. I don't
So-
want to die.
the grenades have a 3-meter blast radius.
Oh, that's
So,
me.
1,
Fucked.
2, 3. That means
missed me.
Doc and Scotchmo. No, you're both on the beds, boy. You get hit. 1, 2,
But
3.
I'm in this. I'm in this
You
square.
don't take up a 1 meter square when you're prone, my man.
I
And
fold up
then
economically.
fold up economically, beep poop. So you two are having a nice nap over there. Wow, why is my camera going mad? Zariel, you're actually fine. You're perfectly okay where you are. You're out of the blast radius. However, Bob, you are very much in.
Yeah. This is
So let's roll damage. So it's 2d10 explosive. Luckily, it does not have any penetration. So your armor will apply at the value.
I assume we don't have any kind of reaction to do we?
No, you can have your reactions to
Um,
make dodge actions. and
Our
such
reaction
thing.
is being blasted
But-
into a wall.
The enemy gets a plus 30 bonus on the first round of combat because of the surprise factor.
not against me. Ha!
Not against you, but it doesn't matter because you got the fumble grenade anyway.
Yeah, I'm screwed anyway.
So roll 2d10. Oof, I say. So, Bob, you're pretty okay. You take a mighty 14 points of explosive damage.
Okay,
So
so
subtract your toughness plus armor bonus from that, whatever the big value is.
hang on. So
Um,
it's toughness plus armor bonus.
Yeah, that big square, the one that says like 8
Yeah.
or something like that, that's the total. That's how much you subtract from the 14 points.
So that's 9. So that's 5 points.
So you take 5 points of damage as the grenade detonates.
So that means
Showering
that I
you
have
fire.
5 wounds left. Hey.
Correct. If you have 10. The second one landed 1, 2, 3. Oof, just out of the blast radius. So you're okay, but luckily it does hit Scotchmo and Doc.
How much cover do we get from these ceramic beds?
Nothing.
Ceramic beds.
When you're not currently using any cover. Oh my god. So that's 12 points of explosive damage to the two of you that are on the bed.
Where's that hitting
Grenade.
us?
Grenade. So just to reverse that. So 12 reversed on the dice. Or 7
It's
plus
arm.
7.
Question:
Oh,
do I have enough reaction or something like that to just belly flop on the grenade?
Oh, God.
No, you're not
No,
going to
okay.
be close enough for a reaction like that. You can take like a dog action as a reaction.
Oh yeah, it's fine. I was just thinking of like trying to protect my teammates by landing on the grenade.
Yeah, you're a little bit far away and it was a little bit unexpected. As the 2 grenades detonate, so that's going to be the first 2 guys' action.
How much damage did the second grenade do?
12 points.
Oh, God.
To the arms. I have 1 left.
Oh, wow.
Well, total wounds.
I've got 3 wounds.
Okay. So let me just put these guys down. So these guys. Whoops, that's actually the wrong model, but we'll just ignore that for now. These guys are throwing the grenades inside, and then these 4 boys over here are just going to start firing blindly through the wall at the interior, hoping to hose down everybody with their weapons. Just pull up the weapon profile for these little boys. What's that, random?
What is where's the pointer term? What is this?
I'll look in a second. Sorry, I'm just quickly pulling up the stats for this
Thing that
point.
looks suspiciously like a window on the wall of our room.
Yeah, it's the window I said, yeah.
Cool.
Let's go see what weapons these guys got. Okay, these guys don't have any weapons. That are going to be a really big problem for you guys. Alrighty, so these 4 boys start wildly firing through the interior. You guys have got complete concealment from them. They've got a plus 30 bonus from having you surprised. So let's see if any of them get lucky with some shots. Just fire. Cover. Yes. Terrible. Oh. That guy's gun jams. And terrible 90. Okay. You guys are, of course, woken up by the explosive blast as the grenades roll into the room and detonate. And then suddenly the plaster is blown inwards as you hear the loud thumping fire of improvised pistols and other small arms firing into the interior of the room where you guys are. So, they do not manage to hit anything, so that's the surprise round for these boys done. Now we can roll initiative, which I believe is agility, if I recall.
Yeah, you just take the first of your agility number and add it to a d10.
So roll a d10 and then add your agility bonus.
Oh! 13.
4.
11.
4, and I'll be right back.
Alright, so Scotchmo is 13. Anybody roll in that region?
Max got 11.
What's it called? Doc.
7.
7. What did the Bob roll?
11.
11. Okay. This is exactly. And then he said he rolled a what? 7?
3, I think.
4.
Something like that. Okay, he's at the
Sounds
bottom.
real low.
And then these boys need to quickly roll a d10 as well. What's their agility bonus?
Hey, Douglas is back!
Yeah!
Oh.
It's a horrible demon! Made of water! Shit!
There we go. So, Kochmo, you are rudely awakened from your sleep by the explosives going off in the interior of your room, showering you in fire and shrapnel, leaving you in pain. What dost thou do?
Oh, sweet Emperor, no! Can I see our assailants?
No, the door has just opened a crack and the others have been firing through the wall at the interior of you. You just see plaster raining inwards under the
Scotchmo
continuous
runs and
hand-
dives out the window.
Are you sure about that?
How
What,
high
what
up
floor are
is
we on?
This is the second floor.
Scotchmo carefully climbs out the window.
Scotchmo, please
I'm also
make
back.
Hello, lady. Okay, make a athletics check for me, Scotchmo. Are you smashing the window and then trying to climb
No,
out?
I'm
'Cause it's
carefully
like
opening the
big
window and
arch-
climbing out.
It's like it's not openable. It's a big arched, like 3 meter long,
Oh, okay.
soupy glass.
How thick are these
window.
walls? Like between rooms?
Like ruler thickness almost. No, I lie. A little bit thinner than like 20 centimeters or so.
Would a very fat man running at full speed smash through the wall?
Unless you were wearing power armor, no. You would probably knock yourself unconscious. They're shitty, but they're sturdy enough that you're gonna have a bad time if you try and do something like that without being equally hard.
Alright, Scotchman was just gonna take cover behind what's left of the bed then, and he's gonna oh god, what's it? Is it called Overwatch in this?
Yeah, there's Overwatch action now.
And yeah, he's gonna go into Overwatch.
Okay, so you're basically just gonna hold.
Pop out his last pistol.
Okay, so you're just keeping Overwatch on the door. Alrighty, who's after Scotchmo? Rudely interrupted, Bob. You have been so rudely interrupted by these scallywags. What
Okay,
do you?
from my vantage point here, which side is the side that's open a crack of
This
the door?
side.
Closest to me or that side?
Closest to you, yes.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run my way here to Priest Boy, and I'm gonna flip the table onto its side so that we've got some kind of barrier, and I'm also gonna kick open the door to the bathroom if needed as well. So that we've
Okay, in one action you can run over and try and flip the table. It's bolted to the ground, though, you find, as indicated earlier this evening, to your tech priest friend.
So I can't flip it over.
It's bolted to the ground, mate, unless you want to try
Kicking it real hard.
for a starty style strength check to just rip it out of the floor
Okay.
and flip it.
Okay, so if it was bolted down, then...
Just listen when the GM describes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bathroom.
how much movement have you got per round? Your movement is normally your agility bonus times a multiplier. So depending on how much
full movement
your
is
turn-
6, run is 18.
So full is what? A full turn, right?
Yeah.
So then you can't do anything. You can move 6 squares.
That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah,
5. So you get to
'Cause that-
over here
yeah.
because you were over
Hang
there in
on.
the corner.
I was
1,
there. 1,
2,
2, 3,
4,
4,
5,
5.
6.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, because
Alright,
the idea
you're
is if
at the
need be, I want to. Yeah, if need be, I want to be able to use the bathroom walls as like it's crappy, but it's
Cover.
better cover than nothing. Same as the table at the moment, and I'm dropping to 1 knee. So my next round, I'll be able to shoot back at anything that comes through that door.
Alrighty. That done. Next up, after Bob Ross, what have we got then? We got Dregs, I believe.
Dregs.
The Dregs! The Dregs! You hear a shout outside in some kind of ganger's cant. I don't believe any of you actually speak that language. I don't think anybody took any additional languages.
Nope.
And then you hear silence as the gunfire stops. And who among you is really a combat boy? Only really you, Bob Ross. You hear the unmistakable click-clack of the slide of an automatic weapon
Well, I'm
getting ready to fire.
I sort of like try and signal to everybody quietly to duck, to get down.
They are going to use
I am not
the
allowed to duck yet.
full auto ability, full auto burst, and they're just going to fire into the room once more, just trying to incapacitate or injure as many of you as possible, because they're cowardly. They don't want to expose themselves if need be. They're not getting paid enough for this shit. Let's see, it's a ballistic skill test, minus 30, because he can't see you, and gun jams. Let me roll quickly to see what happens. Okay, nice to be that way then. You guys hear the gun start up with a thumping roar as the first 2 shots fire, and then followed by a dry click, 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 followed by an explosion and screaming from outside. As you watch it fire, sweeps into the little crack the door has been opened up, followed by quietness, and then you hear one of the voices outside shout something, and somebody shout back in another comprehensible language that none of you understand, unfortunately. And the door gets flung open. And I'm going to stop blocking my camera game. So it's going to be 1, 2. Door is flung open. 3. This boy comes inside. 1, 2, 3. This one's going to be behind him. These guys running inside, clutching rusty pipes, jagged knives. Some of them look like they've even carrying bricks with glass on them. Here. He's going to take Overwatch. 3. He's going to take Overwatch. Guys. These guys come running into the room, ready to come and murder the shit out of the closest person. They look wildly around, spot the two of you still prone on the bed, still in the process of waking up from the gunfire and the explosions. They spot Bob by the door. They spot Zariel having dropped behind the table. Then they're going to...
The two on the bed are the likeliest targets.
This triggers your Overwatch hippo.
Cool, I was going to take a single shot at the first one that comes through the door. Which
Okay.
is going to be a standard attack, which is a +10. My red dot gives it another +10. Oh, that's a good hit.
Oh,
That's
how many degrees
it's
of success?
3 degrees of success.
That is a good hit.
My damage is 1d10 +2.
Wait, how much armor do drakes have?
Not enough.
That's a 10 energy damage. How do you determine hit location?
Reverse what you rolled for your attack roll.
18, so 81.
Yep. Location 81.
Leg.
Left rag.
Left rag.
Oh no, not his rag. And then he also has to make a
No, that's-
pinning
That's
test.
right leg.
A
because of
pinning
which-
test, you'll say. Let me roll a pinning test for
A
this boy quickly.
challenging +0 pinning test, or become pinned.
He is pinned. He rolls a 95. And then, in addition to that, this boy does not have a lot of wounds. How much do you roll for damage?
10.
Wow, is that really all he has?
10 of the energy.
Damn. He comes running into the room, and you just, like, blow his leg off at the knee. And he screams in a gout of blood, steams into vapor as he hits the ground. Virtually dead. Like, very badly injured. Looking at you with hate-filled eyes, and then looking at the rest of you, and then realizing that he's prone in a room with a lot of people they just tried to kill, and he probably doesn't have any good chances of getting out of here. Okay. That's him. Anybody else? That's it, right? Off the dregs, who we've got off the dregs? Cogboy, right?
That's to me, yeah.
Cogboy, your turn. What would you like to
It's a me, Mario.
do?
So they've been unloading into this wall, and there was an explosion. Can we see them now? Like,
Oh, the explosion was mostly in this area. To move them now, really.
I mean, from when the gun blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gun exploding didn't like tear the wall to pieces or anything. It was mostly like hot steel getting fired into the operator's face and chest and arms. But this wall has got some holes in it. I mean, you can try and fire back at them. Obviously, you don't get anything except a -30 penalty, but you do get to use cover against it.
And degrees of success don't mean anything to a single fire gun, does it?
Depends on if you're using a sniper rifle or something. Some guns have traits that allow you to add degrees of success as additional damage die or something like that.
I guess I'll just take a sit up just a little bit, aim at the second dreg that's not bleeding out on the floor,
Okay.
and take a pop shot at him. So I think that's close range. Yeah, because my pistol's 35.
Alrighty. So it's a +20 bonus if you take a half action to aim and a half action to fire, and then from the close range.
33. That's well under.
Okay, so wham! Firing at the poor boy. And what do you roll for your damages, sir?
I'm not gonna do it, but can you use fate to reroll damage?
No.
All right, that's 9 impact to his body.
9 points of damage.
53.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay, he manages to soak a large amount of the damage, but he screams as you tear through the little bit of armor that he has, and you can see thick stain starts spreading, an even deeper stain than the shitty stained robes that he's wearing already. Starts, spreading on his chest. Alrighty, Zariel, your turn.
Hello. Question: With the holes in the wall, would you consider that complete cover?
Yes, it's complete cover.
God damn it. Okay, so I'm just gonna use a flamer on these two boys, and also possibly set a fire to the whole place. But hey, yeah, I'm just gonna try and burn these two people.
The term grease fire springs to mind. From how shitty this area is. Okay, they have to both make agility tests, I believe, to get out of
challenging agility test or suffer one hit from the weapon.
Well, given that one of them's on the floor, doesn't that make it even harder for him?
Does. Wow, that's really shitty. 71. They fail significantly. How much damage is that flavor?
That flamer is let me just look up the stats. It's 1d10 plus 4 energy with pen 2.
Does it reach this lady in the line of fire?
What's the range on that flamer lady?
It is 20 meters.
So not only have you caught those two, you caught the one behind them and set the entire wall and area basically on fire. You set most of the room on fire, actually.
Amazing.
Damn.
And also, it's not done yet. This is a flamer, remember? They're also, because it has a flame trait. Whenever the target is struck by an attack with this quality, even if he suffers no damage, he must make an agility test or be set on fire.
Oh boy. Okay, so we'll make a second agility test for these two boys, see if they manage to pass. That's a 57, that's a fail. Okay, so what's your damage, Lenny?
Oh, sorry, I should probably, roll that
D10
damage.
plus, you said it's 2 pin plus 4, right?
Yeah, no, it's, total damage is 5, with 5 energy with 2 pen.
Oh, yeah, my gun has 2 pin also.
Okay.
And it hits the body, always hits the body.
Okay, if you have 2 pin in, Burst Guy is also down. They only have very few wounds. Okay, Lenny, so you said, sorry, how much damage total is that?
It was 5 damage.
5 points of damage. Alrighty.
I rolled a 1.
These two guys are engulfed in fire, screaming horribly as the fat boils and runs from their body. Their shrieks echoing weirdly inside the small room that you guys are in. This person over here is set aflame! And they're gonna keep burning every round, you said, eh?
Yeah, character can be set on fire, blah, blah, blah. Alternate. Nope, no, that's not an important part. At the beginning of each round, after the first, in which the character is exposed to the same source of flames, he must make a challenging +0 agility test or catch fire. Once a character is on fire, he suffers 1d10 energy damage, ignoring armor, and suffers 1 level of fatigue each round until the fire is extinguished.
Cool. That entire area, and your only exit from the building, is currently on fire. But so is the heretic.
So, how do his buddies react to seeing him on fire?
You guys just hear oaths screamed from outside and curses in the gang language, and the sound of people backing away from the wall. Through few of the bullet holes, you can see like the vague shapes of bodies, like casting weird shadows against the flames as they are like backing away a little bit. Your turn. Zariel's done, right? So that brings us back down to the top of the initiative order, which is going to be Scotchmo.
Scotchmo. Can I actually see anyone?
You can just very faintly kind of figure out where people are. You can't see them. They're completely concealed by the wall, but through the little holes punched by the bullets, and the firelight that is now kind of like backlighting the two passages, so you see like the weird shivering, flickering, flaming shadows dancing lunatically along the walls. What do you want to do?
I mean, if I can see him, does that mean that I can use psycho powers on him?
I'll say he has total cover. Total concealment.
Does cover do anything?
Does your power need line of sight?
Yeah, in range and line of sight.
I say in this particular case, no, it's going to be a bit tricky. You don't have enough to get even a mental image of this guy. He's too obscure. There's not enough to see through, unfortunately. What would you like to do?
Scotchmo's going to go and attempt to smash open the window.
It's going to attempt to smash open the window. All right. So you run over to the window, or get up. Can you even get that far? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you make it to the window and wham! Slack the butt of your pistol and slam it into the enormous stained glass, and it shatters outwards, dropping shards into the pool of complete pitch black emptiness outside. It is like somebody has drawn a curtain outside of this room that is lit by the fire. It is pitch black. You can't even see the glass like disappear into the darkness below. It's just like gone.
Can I see
like-
down there with my night vision eye contacts?
You can
Yay! How far down it?
turn on your contacts. It looks like it's going to be at least 5 meters.
Doc, go! I'll cover you. Doc, go! I'll cover you.
Oh, God, now I'm gonna have to look.
Remember
not
to
a-
roll when you hit ground.
That is on a certified exit.
It's the fire escape. Quite literally in this case.
I'm trying to figure out what the falling damage starts at. Is it 10 meters? No, 10 meters does fall damage. Wait, where does fall damage start? Sorry, let me just check. I didn't expect to have to look for fall damage today.
Today.
You gave us a
Oh.
window and didn't expect us to be jumping out of it at some point.
Well, no, I didn't expect you guys to set fire to the goddamn building.
I have
But
only
Letty's only
one.
weapons are flamers.
Whose fault is that?
But you knew he had a flamer. What did you
Scissors.
think he was going to do with it?
It's impact damage.
Yeah, I know it's impact damage. I'm just trying to see where the impact...
damage.
Falling, there you go. Acolytes can fall off things, blah 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 blah. When he falls a dangerous distance, as determined by the GM.
See, because the thing is, if you drop 10 meters, you'll be lucky... No, if you drop 5 meters, you'll be lucky not to break anything.
Still low for 5 meters. What are you talking about?
It's dangerous already. I'd say no falling
Yeah.
damage.
There you
It's
go,
fine.
Griff.
Yeah, I say no falling damage. Okay, so that's your turn, Hippo. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Or can do with like a reaction, anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Crouch down so the fire hides me.
Sure. Alrighty. Next person up after Scotchmo is Bob. What do you want to do, Bob?
I'm still there. Go out the window.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna head to the window,
Mm-hmm.
and well, that's all I can do because that's 6 squares, so that's full movement.
Alright, do you want... Oh yeah, it's full movement, you're right. Okay. So running to the window.
Appear to be stood in the fire a little bit.
Alright, so then after you, it's
Now
the dregs!
standing on your toe.
Liddy, the fire thing. Does the dreg roll at the start of his turn, or when does he roll the flame?
Fire. Once the character's on fire, he's the first 1d10 energy damage. It doesn't actually specify when.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume it's...
At the beginning of each round after the first one,
Okay.
in which the character is exposed to the same source of
Okay,
flames.
so beginning. Roll your damage! Let's see what happens to the poor bastard that's on fire. Flamers are terrible, terrible. Roll your damage, Liddy.
Sorry,
We'll see
I
if-
thought you were.
No,
I can
you have to
roll.
roll. It's your weapon, my friend. Oh, Righteous Fury. Pen
Yeah,
2. How much is that in total?
No, that's just 4 damage, and it ignores the armor completely.
Oh, Lord. Okay, yeah, he did. You guys see the
It doesn't
the
ignore
Imperial-
toughness, I think.
Yeah,
Just
but they
ignore.
don't have much toughness. They're literally
Fair,
like
fair.
emaciated gang people. Your pen 2 is enough to completely cut through their toughness. This poor guy, like, takes a few more staggering steps before collapsing to his knees and just turns into like a burning wax effigy, Liddy, as he just falls forward. Yeah, everybody please remember to track your ammunition.
Yeah, I'm just gonna track ammo on the sheet.
That's fine. Okay, so that's a dead rag picker that didn't get to do shit before Liddy set his ass on fire and sent him to meet the Emperor. Okay, so these boys are absolutely horrified. Let's make a break test. Actually, after that... Oh yeah, they actually stick around. Okay, surprising. Alright. You're one of them shout in Hive Common. Actually, shit. Let me make an awareness test first, guy, and see if he heard the glass break. Ah, he actually did. Okay. One of them's getting out the window. You hear footsteps back that way. And what is this last guy gonna do? He's got line of sight to you guys. He's just gonna step in. Yeah, he's just gonna step over here.
I've got cover from Bob.
Bob. Yeah, I realized. Okay, he's just gonna take fire at Bob, the closest person he can see in there. He's gonna carefully aim, take sight. He's gonna try and blap you. That is fucking awful. 48 plus 10. What's his ballistic skill? Great. Yeah, it's garbage. Eats garbage! Yeah, it's terrible. Oh yeah, ballistic of 18. He's not gonna hit you. Okay, so he just misses. He fires straight into you, tries to nail you, misses. Quite.
He hits Bob instead. That's not Bob.
He was aiming at Bob.
Yeah,
he aims at Bob and accidentally hits Bob.
He hits Scotchmo instead.
Alrighty.
Because there's just so much of Scotchmo.
This guy's
Actually,
like...
that's a good question. How would Scotchmo have cover from me when there's more of him than there is of me?
You only need partial cover. And
Psychic powers.
Psychic powers.
Psychic powers. Fire's gonna spread. Okay. I have to do a little bit of damage there. Let's see how much damage you take there, Mr. Man. Fire spreads over your only escape route. What's your armor there, Mr. Man? Oh, you got lots, never mind. Yeah, I only deal 4 points of damage minus 2, but I think your toughness and stuff is still high enough so that you can ignore it straight up.
Yeah.
Alrighty, the fire is getting uncomfortably hot, but your armor's tough, so it doesn't manage to harm you. Alrighty, that's the dregs. Next up, after the dregs, who do we have?
It's Slimmy.
Oh, your turn.
Seeing that the window's blocked by a fat man.
I'm crouched down. Use me as a stepping stone.
I'll take an aim shot at the rag picker.
Okay. So you take careful aim, take a shot at the rag picker.
I'm going to use a fate point.
Okay.
By the way, environmental fire has its own rules.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Oh, you bitch. 3 plus, what was it, 4? 3 plus, yes, 7, pin 2.
7 points of damage. Pin 2. Alrighty. He managed to slam a shot into him, and he's going to try and dodge you. Which I doubt he'll make, but whatever. We should at least make the attempt.
Oh, I rolled a 20, so that's...
He doesn't
10.
dodge shit. Okay, so yeah, you hit him a glancing blow to the skull. Spraying some blood, but not injuring him permanently. Alrighty. That is you done, or are you still going to do anything else?
I think that's the only 2 things I can do.
Is there anything you can do? Okay. Right. So, get quickly. Okay, that's the done. So you're not going to move or in. Oh no, wait. Sorry, you used an action to aim, so you're not moving. Okay, no problem. So after you, it's Zariel. Zariel, what would you like to do?
It is currently being quite a lot of fire. I would also like to have some form of escape plan.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's gonna shoot me, but whatever. How many blocks is there to move? I could probably just move on to table as well.
Sorry, Christian, are any of you guys holding your breath or anything like that yet, or are you guys all still breathing?
I'm right by the window, so...
Yeah, you two are fine. I'm referring more to the people deeper into the room.
I assume there isn't too much smoke yet.
It's not the no, yeah, not yet.
You can move up to twice your agility bonus as a full action if you maneuver or move.
Scotch Coolman. 4, 5. How many moves can I do? 6, I think. So I can move here. Am I calculating that correctly?
One. Well, you have to go around the table.
Oh, you can also use.
I can't walk on the table.
Letty, you can use a run action. It uses a full action, and you can move 6 times your agility bonus.
What?
Enemies gain minus 20 BS and plus 20 weapon skill to hit.
Okay, I'll run.
assume you
But yeah,
Okay, we'll assume you ran. Okay.
Bearing in
Oh,
mind that Scotch Mode did say he was kneeling down to act as a stair.
Step ladder. You want to?
ladder.
Yeah, because you
if he's just leaning there, I'll just run through him through the window.
Okay, you like yeet yourself out to land on the ground below.
The
Okay.
Emperor protect.
Alrighty, after Scotch, now Scotchmo, I believe. After
Scotchmo
Zariel,
follows him out. Combat
Okay.
rolls out the window.
combat rolls out the window and drops down outside
On top of me.
on top of you
Killing him instantly.
instantly. Okay. Anything else, Scotchmo, that you're doing?
How much is that? Oh my god.
We'll say that's your half action.
You can ready or you can aim and then use the benefit of the aim next turn, can't you?
There's a full aim you can do that.
Does half aim do that?
Hold on, let me just think quickly. Grants plus 10 or plus 20 bonus in your next attack. I think as long as you don't, yeah, you can take a half action aim. As long as you don't take a reaction to dodge or anything, you keep it until the next turn.
Alright, yeah, I'll just like get on this corner and aim like down that way.
Oh, I
Okay.
forgot I can move and shoot.
Unless you aim, in which case you cannot. Okay, Doc. And it's not your turn yet. Who is after Doc?
Bob.
Bob, your turn.
Out the window.
Wee.
Okay, drop down. Anything with your remaining half action?
Just gonna ready my shotgun for in case we know that guy called out. So I'm expecting people to come through. From one of the two directions. Scotchmo's
Okay.
got that side covered, so I'm covering this side, the other side with my shotgun.
Alrighty. Drake's gonna. Make his way
So-
down.
Run into the fire.
He's running away from the fire. So these guys are all running into the bottom floor to try and get to where you guys are. Alrighty then. That's gonna be the dregs, which brings us over to the robot man.
I'll saunter up to the window and grab onto the seal and lower myself down and let go a few feet.
Okay.
Not like an
Lower yourself down,
uncivilized jump.
Okay, dropping down to the bottom there. Have any of you guys got night vision besides Scotchmo?
No.
Give me a
No.
sec.
Did you bring any equipment to help you see in the dead of night? Because I will now like to tell you boys that you are in the hive. It is literally like somebody has stained your eyeballs with black. The only source of light coming from upstairs behind you from the fire.
I
If
do
you look
have
out
a
from
glow.
behind it, you see shit all. So if for those of you who want to see in the dark, I highly recommend a stab light or a glow globe or something you can carry in one hand to allow you to see what the hell is going on.
I'll
Because-
retrieve my chem light, but I'm not gonna light it yet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stash my flamer, take out my glow globe and my hand flamer, and light the glow globe because I wish to see.
I would recommend we do not broadcast our location with lights until we see the opposition come out looking for us.
I mean,
Scotchmo's gone, Bob's gone, Drake's gone, Doc's gone. Zariel, your turn. What are you doing?
no, I mean, I stash my flamer, take out my hand flamer, and take out the glow globe, but I don't light it because somebody wants us to stumble in the dark.
Okay. Half this building side is currently on fire up there.
Yeah, I move a little bit away somewhere to.
Yeah, we need to
You know,
like. Are there
slightly
any
more
people
dark.
starting to gather around, or is it still completely
Pitch.
empty?
black.
Well, can we
Pitch,
hear it?
pitch, utterly black.
I mean, half a building's on fire.
Yeah,
That's
but I
gotta
mean,
be
like,
quite a bit of
outside
light.
of the light radius is what I'm talking about. Like, nobody's gonna come out into black inky soup, at the
Okay.
sound of some gunfire.
If anything,
In
they're going to
the
go away
Underhive.
from it.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's coming to investigate. There's not a crowd forming.
Okay, cool. Because we do need to move though.
Yep,
Because
so
at some
Zariel,
point
your turn.
somebody will contact the Arbites.
What are you guys doing?
I think we should try and
Zariel?
head to.
So, Zariel's turn. Goddamn.
Oh, sorry.
No, I already said what I was doing.
Okay, you're not gonna move in a direction and do anything else. That's it.
No, I'm just going to
You
move
feel-
away from the building to find a dark corner. I thought I said this.
Okay, so you're just gonna stick near the building for now. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys don't have a more comprehensive plan.
No.
Scotchbo, your turn. What are you doing?
Is there like any dumpsters or anything like that around?
No, but there's garbage coming up almost to your waist, scattered around in the alley next to this
Scotchmo
place.
buries himself.
Oh God. Sure, that's not a good time, but you said it, not me.
Roll test.
Actually, no. I need you to make a agility test for me, -10 hippo, as you get swarmed by vermin as you try and wriggle yourself. Into the outside of the garbage.
Oh no.
Not even kidding. This is one of the things for traveling outside in the night. As
Agility.
vapor rat. Yeah, -10 as a
Oh, I failed.
agility.
104.
Okay. Oof. I say, how many degrees of failure is that? Because that's how many times you get bit.
6. No,
Oh,
no,
God.
5.
That's only slightly better.
I'm gonna use a fate point and re-roll.
Okay. Still on that last.
I fail by just 3 points.
Okay, so then you bite you 3 times.
And I do not get the fate point back. Now I only have 1.
So it's 3 plus 1. 4 points of damage. How armored are your... Oh, never mind, that's your...
Testicles.
How armored is your face? Okay, so there are 4 points of armor is enough to absorb the first one, because it's a primitive weapon. And the second one... Righteous Fury.
God
So
damn
that's
it!
5.
Fuck off, you
Damage.
rats!
5 damage
Where are
plus
they biting me?
4.
Where are they biting me?
Face.
Now, that's 1 point of damage.
So that's 4 plus 5 is 9 plus 1. So it's 10 points of damage to the face, Hippo. As you get just a feeding frenzy of
Wait, the
Vapor
last
rats.
one does 10 points of damage.
5 from the Righteous Fury, because they only do 5 points of damage on a bite. Then the extra roll is an 8, which is
How
4
do
plus
rats
1.
have righteous fury?
Everything has righteous fury.
Everything has right.
So what's the total
5
on
plus
that?
4 plus 1, so it's 10 points of damage. So
Oh, cool.
subtract whatever your
Scotchmo takes
armor
some
is.
critical damage then.
How much is that?
So I was on 3. I'm gonna so I take 10 damage. Yeah, I ignore 4, so that's 6. So I'm gonna be -3.
-3 rending damage. Okay, on the head. So the attack shreds the. Oh wait, that's your arm, not your head. I almost rolled on the arm table for you. The attack rips open the target's face with a vicious shredding sound. You're stunned for 1 round, and you suffer blood loss. If you're wearing a helmet, it is torn off. As you guys just hear muffled screaming now, as Scotchmo attempts to bury himself in the awful detritus that the nightlife of the hive lives inside of. This is one of the reasons why I was constantly reminding you guys of how many hours of daylight, because you don't want to travel at night. It's a bad time. Jesus Christ. Hold on, I think I actually made some Vapor Rat models. They look kind of like squirrels, which is hilarious.
Scotchmo was like, "Oh, they're so cute."
Pretty much exactly like that. Copy, paste.
They're so cute and adorable. Oh my god!
Where's animal
Quick
handling?
question: does any of us have any kind of medical kit on us?
Any what?
Medical
Does
kit.
anybody have any medical kit on us?
Nope.
Scotchmo.
Scotchmo is dead, or
Oh,
probably going to die. Bleeding is very, very bad.
blood loss is kind of a problem, yes.
Cosmo's sinking. Stunned. Into more shit.
What is the rule for blood loss? I'll check in a second. Here we go. Blood
Yeah,
loss
I'm
is a
trying to
condition
find
that
it
can
right
result
now.
from critical damage at the start of the turn. An affected character suffers 1 level of fatigue. Once per round, as a free action, he or another character can attempt a difficult medical test to remove this condition. The GM should modify the test as needed if the character is performing a strenuous activity or under attack, or if the subject is not active or using actions. Oh my god. So once per round, you get fatigue, and fatigue, if I'm not recall, also stacks, and that kills you, if I recall correctly.
Scotchmo, you should have taken the shotgun blast in the drag den.
I swear
You
to
would have
Christ, I'm not
died with
doing this
more
on purpose.
dignity.
Oh, I don't know. I've been bitten by a rat in the face, and it's so potently bad it stunned me. So at least I won't feel
Multiple
anything.
rats, a lot of rats. You guys just be like a surging,
Okay, so it-
yeah.
So it
Sorry,
doesn't
Lenny?
specify that you need a medical kit, which is
Good.
goodish. Does anybody actually have Medikai on us?
Also,
Nope,
you
I
take a
rolled
huge
too bad
penalty
to
if
get
you're
it.
trying. If you're doing you get huge penalties for not having a medical kit when you try and do this kind of stuff.
It doesn't really say this, or is that on Medikai
on the
itself?
Yeah, that's on the Medica stuff itself.
Okay, so
Like,
none
you
of us
did it.
have a medical kit, none of us has Medikai, I assume.
It's
I
gonna be
don't
like a
think we
minus
can-
40 or more.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can stop that blood loss.
I mean, you might roll really well. Your fatigue threshold is equal to your toughness bonus and willpower bonus added together. So, how much is that, Hippo?
Toughness and willpower. So that's
Bonus. So what?
7.
6? 7. Yeah. So if you can survive 7 rounds of blood loss before you go unconscious for 10 minus your toughness bonus minutes. So you're still okay for a few rounds before you bleed out. Okay, so that was Scotchmo's round. You guys hear screaming and the surging movement beneath the garbage around you, like busy devouring Scotchmo's face as he tried to bury himself. Next
Please
up,
be
after
quiet.
Scotchmo,
You will
who
give
is
away your
it?
location.
Bob, your turn.
Can I
You
see?
occasionally see the flash of whiskers and dirty, oily fur, like still frenetically tearing at your
But
working companion.
we can see Scotchmo.
Thrashing, screaming. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh god, I'm gonna regret this. I want to move there and sort of. I'm gonna yell to Doc to try and help me just pull him out of the pile of shit,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can at least get him out of it. And hopefully, my priesty friend with his glow globe is going to keep an eye out for, bad guys.
Oh yeah, I mean the
Alright.
docs didn't say they're activated, so. But then again, I don't think any bad guys are going to be running around here without a. They're not going to have night vision.
It's gonna take them a few rounds to get here anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so is anybody attacking the vermin? Attacking
Yeah,
Scotchmo currently?
I'm
or-
trying to attack the vermin.
Okay, make your melee attack, or are you firing your gun?
No,
into
melee attack, because if I use my shotgun, there's a good chance I'm going to kill Scotchmo. At that range, I'm quite
Alrighty.
likely to kill him too.
Just set them all on fire.
Okay, so it's gonna be your attack action with weapon skill. Go for it. It's gonna be very hard to see him. The target has cover in the bullshit.
Well, the idea is I'm
It is
trying to
low
pull
light
Scotchmo
outside.
out, so I'm just
I
trying
hear
to
you.
stomp to try and scare them.
Okay, so you're just trying to like scare them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily actually trying to actively hit them. So
Make
if I
an
do hit-
intimidation test then for me. Don't roll your attack if you're trying to just make a scared.
Okay.
Make an intimidation chase. Screaming, stomping.
Shoo, get out of here, goddamn vermin.
Yeah. I fail by like.
They seem to be driven into a feeding frenzy by the succulent morsel that has been dropped right into their midst.
Brave.
Normally they have to go and try and pick off the weak dregs that huddle in their in the corners in the night, but this one has just come straight to them, and he's so plump. My goodness. Anything else? No, that's you. Movement. and
Yeah,
your
I'm trying to
Okay.
pull him out for what it's worth.
Dregs, your turn. They're going to run to the cities of the future. Okay, they're going to slowly start making their way to the other entrance. They're probably going to start peeking around. Go through the interior, run to the door. Okay, that's them done. Off the dregs. Who we got then? We got Doc.
It's me.
It's a Doc. What would you like to do?
I am not suited for close combat with rodents.
Let's try and pull Scotchmo out, for the love of God. Use that mechanical arm of yours.
That
That's going to be
would be an
athletic.
affront to the Omniside to use it for such a base thing.
Okay, well,
what
are you
would
doing?
be to try to
The
pull
Inquisitor would
him-
likely disagree.
I mean, the rats are on him. I can't pull him away from the rats that are on him. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky. I mean, you can certainly try. And the rats are pretty small. They're like the size of like a small dog.
I'll
Poodle, like
You know,
poodle size.
point my Megadendrite at him and puff out some sacred unguents. Say, shoo!
Sure, make an intimidation check for me with a +10 bonus, because why not? I'm assuming there's some incense mixed in there with the smoke and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
little oil, little.
Okay.
That's a big no.
That
That's
a
a roll
big
of
no?
50 out of 22.
Damn it! Stop. Blink. Why is my tabletop sim constantly like getting stuck on my mouse cursor for some reason? Okay, so how much is that?
50 out of 22. That's 2 degrees of failure.
Okay, excellent. So they carry on biting furiously. Zariel, your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm keeping my ears and eyes out for the hive scum. Like basically just gonna overwatch in whatever
Yeah,
direction there is. Actually, I don't know what the area is supposed to look like.
I'm stepping away as well. I'm not putting my hand in that blender.
Okay. All right. It's all good. So, Gotchmo, you're currently getting
Hi.
bit in everything. Your companions do not seem to have had much success in dislodging the rodents from you. What would you like to do?
I'm stunned, aren't I?
You're stunned. That is correct,
So I
sir.
don't really do much.
Yep. You are just gonna bleed out, sir. I believe. So-
The Inquisitors will love this.
okay, Scotchmo, done. You're on your first level of fatigue.
We are so fucked.
After Scotchmo, who we got then? Bob,
Ah!
your turn. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Bob, are you
I'm
gonna
gonna-
try and attack some of the
I'm-
rats, or what you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and rip some of the rats off Scotchmo and try and pull him out of that garbage as well.
What are you doing? Like a all-out attack, or are you just gonna do like a one attack? And
I just want to try and grab one or two of the rats and just try and throw them off him, and then grab him and pull him out of the garbage.
Sure, make your single weapon skill roll, and then make an athletics check for me to try and pull the fat man out of the garbage into the rat pile.
23. My weapon skill's 28.
Okay, so you managed to hit. Roll your athletics check and your damage for me. What melee weapon are you using? Are you just punching with like the butt of your gun?
Just trying to rip the rats off and punch them.
Okay, just like
basically, I think.
punch them. Okay, so
He's
it's like
hitting rats with
D5.
rats.
So it's like what D5
Yeah.
for strength bonus.
Okay. Athletics did not work. Scotchman.
He's a very heavy man, and he's covered in garbage and the additional weight of more rats. And he seems to be stunned insensate currently. It's not doing. So that's 3 points of damage and +1. What's your strength bonus? So the first number. 3,
Strength
4,
is 2.
2. So you do manage to do 5 points of damage as you like smash your hand into the one rat and kind of grab it by its wriggling rear body and smash it into one of the others and try and pull it off of your compatriot. Okay, so that's 5 points of armor damage. Bob the Dregs are gonna start running. Bob the Dreg Builder. So it's gonna be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Nobody's watching, so they don't see him.
I can't scream because there's a rat in my mouth.
Well.
Eating my tongue.
And you're stunned.
I must scream when there's a rat in my mouth.
That's a new movie coming from Steven Spielberg. Okay. Those guys are just gonna run up. Doc, your turn. What would you like to do, sir?
Can we hear them running towards us or not?
Between the screaming from Scotchbow and the rat squeaking and the crackling fire, and the ventilation running in the hive, no. You do not hear them coming. Tell you what, make a very difficult awareness test for me. Let's see if you hear. I'll give you a freebie, because it's technically a half action to listen for them.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, no problem. Right, so that is them. Doc, what are you doing?
Well,
Well,
before
if it wasn't very difficult, I would have passed. But yeah.
before Arachnophobia Rat Edition happened, I was gonna come over here and just watch for a glow globe coming down.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a couple steps this way and peer around the corner. And do I see any light coming this way?
Do you have any means of creating light?
I'm saying, do I see anybody coming this way holding a light?
No.
Okay.
You do not see anybody coming holding a light. Mostly because of, fire. Giving enough dim light to move relatively safely. Especially if you don't particularly care about living.
Is the trash that he's buried in, like, in this corner? Or if I kneel down, will I be in the
You're
same trash he's
standing in it at this exact moment.
Alright.
I've been telling you guys where you go everywhere. You have literally been pushing your way through garbage layered up over thousands of years that varies in height from between your ankles up to your chest in places. This is not a sidewalk in New York or a nice park area. It is the under hive area. It is a dilapidated shithole.
Nobody carry a broom?
I thought you had a broom that you thought was a shotgun. Ah, my eyes!
In my mouth. Okay, so what are you doing, Doc? You've seen them coming. You've got a half action left. What do you want to do?
Won't somebody please save me?
I'm gonna Overwatch her.
Sweet Emperor, please!
See him.
Sorry, what's that?
So I'm gonna hold Overwatch until
I bite off my nose.
somebody actually comes.
Can you even Overwatch as a half action?
No, it's full.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
The full, yeah.
Yeah, it's a concentration full action.
Then I will shoo at the rats again.
Excellent. I love
Please
it.
do something more than that.
Shoot at the rats. Single
They
attack,
can't
yeah?
hear you. Their faces are inside my flesh.
Okay, make your ballistic skill, boy. Can't aim it. It's just gonna be straight ballistic skill. Go.
No, I didn't say shoot. I said shoo.
Please put
Oh,
me out
shoot.
of my misery.
Okay, intimidation. Go.
30
Go,
or
go, go.
37 out of 12.
Out of 12, you fail horribly. They don't give a single shit about you. They're in a feeding frenzy at this point. It's delicious fat man. It's a fat buffet. They're fucking loving it like a McDonald's meal.
My only hope is to fill themselves up before
Dario.
I die.
You're-
Oh, what the hell do I even do?
sorry. I forgot to put the rats into the initiative. You see where they 1 at the very end. They're gonna be off the Zarya. Okay.
Set fire to me.
What are you doing, Zariel?
I mean, I was kind of overwatching in this direction. Do I hear them coming? Because he didn't say anything about them coming.
Make an awareness check for me.
I don't think I
Okay.
can see them yet.
Okay. No.
Okay. No, you don't hear anything over the screaming and thrashing.
I mean, as far as I know, I'm still overwatching them in this direction where I think they're
Yeah.
coming from.
Lenny, sorry, to give you a little clarity, the board edge is a wall, hey? Your back's to the wall currently.
In that direction. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought it was that. I just thought I'd clear that up. Okay. So, you're keeping Overwatch waiting on that direction. Anybody sticks their nose out, they're going to get a shot off. Rat's turn! The rats are going to make some vicious attacks against their stun target with a plus 30 bonus since you cannot fight back. They're going to go in for some vicious boitin'. Vicious boitin'! Oh, that's a lot of rat bites. Hit. Oh, my goodness. Make an agility test. Can you even make an agility test while stunned? Hold on, let me just check.
Well, I was only stunned for
yeah.
1 turn, so I should...
It's still your turn. It's still this turn.
Is it?
It's
you can.
one round, which is
Yeah,
until the start of the next initiative.
He's already had one round where he didn't do anything because he was stunned.
No, that's still this round. It's still
This is
the rest-
still this round.
It's still that round. I just want to quickly check under the conditions.
No, Sun doesn't say anything about. I mean, is evasion considered a react? Oh, not evasion. Agility test considered evasion?
I don't know. I'm checking quickly.
It says
Stun
it
character
cannot
will
take actions or reactions.
Or reaction, but it's not considered helpless or unaware. Okay, so yeah, you're not helpless or unaware.
Oh,
so
I'm
yes.
aware of everything that's happening to me.
Oh, there's only a plus 20 bonus. That's slightly better. Okay, Hippo. Roll a roll a dodge. Roll
Agility.
please. Agility, yeah. Agility, but you cannot make it. Please roll well.
Do I add or anything?
Just tell me
Nice.
what you rolled, and then I roll against it, and that's how many
Oh,
bites
I
you
rolled
get.
38.
That's pretty good. I only rolled a 25, so it's only one. You get bit once. Let's see. Let's roll damage. So that's a 52 for hit location. And then you're not gonna believe me, but I rolled Righteous Fury again. I'm going to snip this. I'm going to snip this so I can show you the picture.
Scotchmore wasn't meant to live.
Apparently.
This
That's what I
isn't
think.
like the holovids I've seen.
There you go. I'm uploading a picture. I shit you not. The green
I
dice is my 10s. The blue dice is my normal non-10s.
I
that
rolled
I'm
6
using.
Righteous Fury.
And I kid you not. There's what I rolled. So that's 5 damage. So we roll again.
Where's this hitting me?
50.
Body.
Yeah, body.
chest.
Body. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
it's only 8 points of damage this time.
Oh, then I only take 2 more crit damage.
2 more crit damage
I'm
to
at
the
-5 now.
rending. Rending to the chest now, I believe. No, it's rending to the chest. So that's going to put you at -5. A torrent of blood, spills, making the ground slick with gore. The target suffers blood loss again. So it's 2 now. Oh shit! You take Hippo, roll a d10 for me.
Bloodlust doesn't stack.
1.
Okay, so you take 1 point of toughness damage. Your toughness goes down by 1. And any character attempting to move through this pool of blood must make a challenging agility test or fall prone, which is going to be the 2 of you trying to help him.
Including the rats.
I'm saving you with my blood. Run!
Cosmo, your turn! What would you like to do?
Can Scotchmo dig himself out and run away?
There is a disengagement.
Actually, no,
action,
fuck.
yes.
Has anyone got anything explodey?
Prometheum tank?
Can I borrow a Prometheum tank?
I mean, if you can still ask
far
for
away.
one.
My mouth
Okay, you
hasn't
can-
been. My lips haven't been chewed off yet.
You have a disengagement action you can take as a full action. Also, you take more blood loss. So that means you're now on 2 fatigue levels, so 5 more to go before you pass out.
Can I please borrow a flamer tank?
I mean, I could throw it to you on my turn.
Cool. Scotchmo's gonna try and disengage and run up this way then.
Okay, you run straight around the corner into some very surprised-looking murderers coming your way.
Fucking
Uh,
guts
I
hanging out, an eyeball dropped down my cheek.
They've got to make some kind of sanity or, puking check or something.
What do you mean? They have to contend with this every night when they go to sleep. Is there anything else, Scotchman?
Well, it's either I blow myself up, or I try and push a psychic power.
It's up to you, mate. Okay, so
I'll go
you
for the
disengage
flames, I
with full
think.
action.
Yeah, I'm gonna run
Yeah.
towards them and hope that I can catch this flamer tank.
Okay. Your friend is gonna try and yeet around the corner at you. Alright. Scotchmo done. Bob, your turn. A lot of pissed off rats that think their meal ticket leave, and you're right there. What would you like to do? Oh, hold on. We should probably draw on the ground here to indicate that there's blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what do you want to do, sir? There we go. Lots of blood.
I'm going to be moving back a bit, and I'm going to fire my shotgun to where the rats were.
Okay, so you step away and fire into the
Yeah.
ratty.
See if I
Alright. Go for it, sir. Roll your damage.
Do I need to roll my attack first, or can I just roll straight damage?
You need to roll your attack and your damage.
Flip that counter.
How much life
No.
do these guys have?
My attack misses, don't worry.
Okay.
15 hit points and 72 armor.
3 wounds each. My goodness. Okay. So that's you done. Anything else, Bob? Was that it?
Move back a little bit as well, so that's me.
Okay. Drake's turn. Ear one shot, the other one. Oi! Is that fatso from the bar? As they skid to a halt in front of you in the alleyway. Scotchmo. This guy is going to take a knee. And he is going to aim at you with his improvised stubby pistol. And he's going to take a shot at you, sir. So he was running, so he's not going to bother aiming. So... Oh, God, that is so good. That's an 11 to hit. So that's a hit. Where's 11 on the chart? Body, right?
One.
That's my arm, thank
Okay,
Christ.
that's arm.
Yeah, right on.
One away from my head.
That's 8 points of impact damage. to the
That's
arm.
2 points of damage, so I'm at -7.
Impact damage arm with a loud snap.
My
the arm
arm.
bone is shattered, and the lift hanging limply at the target side, dribbling blood onto the ground. You suffer blood loss, and the arm is until the target receives medical. So your arm is flown off. The 2 guys behind him also are just going to like, what? And like try and fire at you surprised. They're not going to aim or anything because they were busy running. That's 28 to hit for the first one.
I dodge. I try
roll
and
your
dodge
dodge.
one.
And try and dodge him.
What are the effects of fatigue he's getting anyway?
I dodge. A shot.
That's out as far as I can tell. And when it reaches the fatigue threshold. So you dodge the first shot. As far as I can tell, you're welcome to check for other rules. Like, I have a hard time looking through every single rule while I'm running combat as well.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay, so you dodge the first shot, Hippo. Excellent. Second one is really good as well. Let's see how much do you hit you for. Ooh, that's not great. 7 points of damage. Impact damage.
That's one more crit
location-
damage.
Location.
As long as it's not on my head.
Torso.
That's one more crit damage then.
1 more crit damage to the body, which puts us at what now? 8.
8.
The force of the attack ruptures several of the target's organs, and you get knocked down, gasping in the wretched pain. You permanently reduce and roll a d10 from your hit. You suffer blood loss again.
9.
Oh my! You lose 9 of your toughness stats permanently,
It don't matter.
and you are currently prone on the ground, my friend.
I'll bite your
So-
fucking ankles off.
Let me just roll to see if you attract any of the vermin in the garbage there.
I was just gonna ask, are there any more rats?
They're
No,
probably nibbling on
lucky
my arm that's fallen off back there.
Okay. No, that's no rats there, thankfully. Okay. So that's Scotchmo. Oh no, sorry, that's the dregs. After the dregs, it's Doc, right? Doc, your turn.
Yes,
What would you
Doc.
like to do?
Go and patch Scotchmo up.
Scotchmo, turn on your glow globe so I can see the dregs. So can I see them at all in the dark? Are they lit up by the
They're
fire that's everywhere
faintly lit
now?
up by the fire, yeah. That's why I was saying, oh, that guy rolled well because of the penalty he was taking to firing in the near dark.
Yeah, I'll take a step back
Good idea.
and kind of lean around the corner and take a shot at the
Which
Haverger up
parts?
front.
This is relevant because this is actually part of the rules. Which parts of yourself are you exposing to fire? Obviously, your arm and your head, but what else?
Little as possible. So I guess,
Well, you need to tell me because
head,
when I fire back, those are the things I can hit.
I guess head and arm. So I guess the less things you can hit, the more cover I have.
Kind of. But also, the harder your shot gets.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just play safe. I got 1 wind left. I'll put head and head and arm out.
Okay, firing at the closest Dreggy boy. Okay, so it's going to be -10 for the low light.
Please
So,
don't hit
good.
Scotchmo!
So that makes a 0 because of standard attack.
Okay.
Fate point.
Okay. That's your last one, right?
Yeah. Nope.
Don't
Okay,
hit
no, thank-
Scotchmo!
Okay,
Oh
lead
wait,
back.
no. I had 3. I have 3. What's fate point?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I've
4.
one more.
Okay. Okay, so that's a miss. Alrighty. After the Dark Zariel, you're hearing gunfire getting fired now down the alleyway, echoing weirdly in the night.
Okay. I just kind of turn around and then, Overwatch in this direction, ready to burn anything that come. Actually, no. I did say I was gonna
Please
throw
give
him
me
a few things.
fuel! Just throw
What
it
was
next
I?
to me. I'm just gonna pretend to be dead at this point.
So you can throw, 3 times your strength bonus, right? I believe.
I think so.
I'm just gonna rule it the same as a grenade.
I mean, it's a tank. It's slightly bigger than a grenade.
I thought I was being charitable, but I mean, I can always
See.
impose a penalty.
Aerodynamic.
Just treat it like a grenade and you're throwing it at Scotch.
Do it like curling
Fine.
and slide it over the blood.
I think there's too much rubbish here to do that. Can I throw it from this range? Do I even have? Because I basically had to take a full movement for this.
We'll make a ballistic skill test. That's how it works. And if you fail, then we roll scatter dice. Yeah, boy.
Oh yeah, ballistic skill test. I'm definitely gonna do those.
Yeah, it's strength times
90. My
90.
ballistic skill is 8.
Shatters the
It hits me in the face.
No, we have
Kills
to-
me.
We have to roll first to
tank-
see where it goes.
Because it's a shadow thing.
all over Scotchmo and accidentally catches flame from the flames licking outside.
Okay, so
6 degrees of
scatter.
failure.
What did you roll for your D10 for the scattered direction, Denny?
Oh, I didn't roll a d10 for scatter yet. I'll roll the scatter dice now. A 2.
A 2. That means it actually goes on target. Good job. You managed to yeet it successfully at Scotchmo. Scotchmo, make a agility test to try and grab the thing while you're prone on the ground. Straight.
92.
Yeah. Slabs into your
I'm gonna
open
use
chest
my
cavity.
last fate point to cratch
Okay.
it.
I was gonna say, just lodges in your open chest cavity where you.
Oh, that's
ignored
fine. That's fine then. That's where it needs to be. I just don't move and pretend to be dead.
Okay, you can like
Wait for
make it
anything to
through.
get near me.
Okay, Scotchmo and Zariel, everybody done. The Ratsies are. Let's see, what are the Ratsies got? The rats don't
They-
attack.
They go after Scotchy. Scotchy's on the ground.
No, they don't.
27. Oh, let me look at this thing quickly. Okay, the Ratsies are going to depart peacefully.
Bye.
They don't care for the fire and the
They've-
gunfire and the screaming.
They
They're just
feasted
like,
on flesh.
and tied into the rubble, and off they go. Okay, so the rats depart because they're feral. They have the feral trait. They go away. Okay, so that's end of the turn, I believe.
Are they dragging Scotchmo's arm with them as they leave?
Yeah, there's just like goblins of meat, like stuff in their cheeks. You know, like squirrels hoarding nuts for winter. Like their cheeks are just stuff like Scotchmo at the point. Okay, Scotchmo, your turn. You're prone on the ground currently. You take another point of fatigue, so you're on 3 now.
Scotchmo is going to pretend to be
before you
dead
get up.
and ready in action to.
Make a deceive.
Do I
but
get-
a plus 30 bonus because you are messed up? We're not far off from the truth about this one.
Plus 30.
Yeah, plus 30.
What was it for da? I failed by 2 points.
That's enough. In your state, they're already in a gunfight with them, and they saw you collapse. Already, they're not paying too much attention to you, so it's enough to pass.
I ready in action. As soon as they're on top of me, I'm just gonna blast pistol the
The tank. Okay, no problem. That's you. Then next up is Bob. Bob, what are you doing?
Okay, could I see by the light of Zariel's glow globe that he tossed something at Scotchmo?
Oh, you saw him throw something.
Can I mouth run?
Okay, I'm gonna run. 1,
Okay.
2, 4, 5,
Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. And then Scotchmo, that's Bob. Driggs, their turn. This guy is like shit when he's getting shot at by the tech priest. He's just going to. There's nowhere in the alley for him to go but forward or backwards, and his buddies are behind him, so he's going to have to run forward. He's going to use his full action to move 12 spaces 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, bursting through the back of you, trying to just cut off your escape. And he pulls out a wicked looking butcher's cleaver, licking his lips, thinking about them sweet, tasty cuts. He's going to make 2. This one steps on top of you. You're just a corpse.
Are
just
they all like running at this like the same time?
Yeah, they're all like all happening in
when-
one turn.
When this one's like here and they're all on me, can I blow the thing?
One. Well, they will be. Where will they be then? There's about 2 squares between them, so that'll be there. That'll be there. Actually, they'll be a little bit further back. They'll be here.
What's the explosion radius going to be on?
Can I
Who
time?
knows?
Can I time? It's like one's there and then the other 2 are like
Sure.
there.
Well, it's a ready action, so sure, why not?
Yeah, I'll wait until they're like that and then shoot myself in the chest.
Shoot your flamer tank. Sure, roll for damage. Let's see if you can actually pin the tank.
My last gun has no damage or no pen.
Let's hope you're all good. I have to.
Righteous Fury. Alright, that's 13.
God, hold on. I need to see if the roll for flamers. There was a thing for flamer tanks exploding, but I need to find it.
I just realized that Zariel and Doc are potentially in the blast.
No, it's a real tight alleyway. This guy in front should like block the fire.
I doubt it.
I don't know. How do you guys think I should roll this? Should I just roll this
That's-
as deals damage equal to the amount
Is
of
there like
shots in the
is
tank?
there like a fire grenade?
That's actually more like a shape charge pointing the blast towards us.
There are grenades that do flamey things. Yes. What do you
How
guys
many-
think would be fair?
How many shots are in a flamer?
Yeah, lady. How many shots are in a flamey boy?
6.
6.
Oh yeah, fire.
And how much
bomb.
are they? It's D10, right? Or what are they?
Yeah, they're D10.
Does that mean it's going to do as much damage as a melter
Six-
bomb?
6D10.
As much as a melter bomb.
I don't think they should do as much damage as a melter bomb.
Melta bombs also have like what 13 pin though.
Yeah, it's not gonna have any penetration really, except for 2.
Why
That's
do
up to
why
you
do give
guys.
it like
2D10 sounds too low for an entire tank.
3d10?
Roll
it's
a
not
roll a
focused.
d6. Roll a
Hold
d6 and it's that many d10.
I think you should like give it slightly more damage, but use like firebomb stats. So like blast 2.
Okay, sounds
flame,
fair.
And then
Let's say.
to give you an idea, a firebomb is 1d10 and a melter bomb is 6d10.
I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor's gonna kill us anyway.
3D10. Yeah, let's say 3D10. Sounds good.
3 righteous furies.
3D10. Yeah, let's just go 3D10 range 3 on the grenade. I think sounds, or on the tank sounds fair.
Who's supposed to roll it?
You get to roll it. It's your attack. I use air quotes.
12.
12.
12
And
plus
Fire.
10, 2. And those boys are all dead because they only have 8 wounds. And no armor and a toughness bonus of 2. So
Aw.
they are all incinerated.
we need to
In the
resolve what happens to
explosion.
Scotchmo. To the
Yes.
fire criticals!
Does Scotchmo survive?
Do I...
Energy criticals.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
should
put
roll to see where I get hit, shouldn't I?
everywhere. I'm just gonna go with body.
Yeah.
So I'm
The
assuming that
target is completely encased in fire, melting his skin and bursting his eyes like superheated egg. You fall to the ground if you had not already fallen, a blackened corpse charred with horrid burn. Each target within D5 meters suffers a single hit. Oh my. Okay.
Don't roll a 5. Don't roll a 5.
Oh my!
It's alright, but Bob ran the fuck away. Our most
Well,
fighty,
Alright,
tankiest person.
Actually, as above, but roll 2d10 for me, Hippo.
4.
As the horrible pain drives you to your feet, your entire body catches fire, and you run, flaming, 4 meters in a random direction.
To the scattered eye.
Straight ahead. So 1, 2, 3.
Hey, I was going
4.
that way straight ahead.
Oh, were you going that way? Sorry.
I was running that way when I was shot and collapsed.
Yeah.
You go that direction. Anything flammable? Okay, so you're just setting the entire alleyway on fire as you run. Anything flammable that passes, including character.
Goodbye, last gun power packs.
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom! You guys hear detonating power packs and the whoosh of fire as the alleyway is flame before your skeleton finally collapses with an unrecognizable heat.
Do I see the 4th of July going off behind?
You see a sudden flash whomp and muffled screams followed by a high-pitched screaming.
And then
Okay, so that's
I run back towards it.
Dreg's turn done. No, that wasn't. That was
They're
Dreg's
all
turn.
dead.
They're all dead. I'm gonna put us out of initiative. What are the rest of you guys doing now? The building is on fire. The alleyway is on fire. The rats are on fire.
Leave.
Where are
Yeah,
you running
leave.
to in the night?
The station. I'm just getting out of here for now. I think the best thing to do is
for now,
not be here.
Head south. We try and we go and take over Saul's old hab block for now, as quietly and inconspicuously as possible.
I think that may be a good idea.
Okay, we're almost done, and then we just
Everybody
quickly roll.
Okay, we're gonna need to. Yeah.
I wonder if I can salvage.
We'll pick up here next. That sounds.
Okay.
Did we know? Did we know that Scotch Moe had those fancy contact
My
lenses?
eyes exploded. Good luck finding them.
Yeah, they're definitely no longer in your possession.
So that would be a challenging repair check.
I mean, yes. I just need to quickly roll on a dice quickly here to see how much you guys lose subtlety-wise.
None at
if
all,
it's
because nobody has survived to see us.
It was just a weird fight again.
Oh my god, Max.
To be very fair, they if going back through the combat, the guy only yelled that it was the guy from the bar inside here, which means that only these gangers that were here knew who we were, that we were the guys from the bar, and they are now all dead.
Yes.
So as far as
We need to go
anyone-
kill the night manager too.
It's not so much that they know who you personally are, it's that there's people investigating happenings here.
This kind of thing could just be put down to gang warfare gone badly wrong.
It definitely can, except if you're, for example, a heretic hiding from people. In which case, that kind of attitude gets you dead, heretic.
We need to go kill the night manager before we leave here. He's the one who tipped him off.
Possibly, who knows? It's not like he would have been pissy because of a certain tech priest or anything.
No, not at all.
Just give me 2 seconds. I just want to see
I don't
what
think
happened.
he'd call a gang over to annihilate his walls with gunfire for someone drilling a hole in their wall.
He's very protective about his walls.
You don't know.
Remember the whole wall drilling thing. Scotchmo wiped that from his brain. However, with that said, the tech
Guys?
priest didn't earlier.
Guys,
Hi.
you difficulty in fact drops enough. You guys are pulled out. You're pulled off.
Oh my god!
I kid you not. You get a pissy message on the Vox as you're busy fighting for your hives in the night. You're pulled off the case. That's actually the end of the module.
High five! High fives, team!
I kid you not. You tank your subtlety rating so hard. Yeah,
But
that's it.
how much experience do we get?
I can't wait to see where we get
These
sent next.
characters are dead now.
No, that's the end of those characters. You guys disappear off the face of the planet. You quietly.
Yeah, you don't understand how the Inquisition works. If
Be
you pull
quiet.
off a case, you get deaded.
Somewhere.
You either get deaded or you go to some slow place so incredibly obscure that you might as well have never existed.
It's basically like the Warhammer 40k equivalent of being shunted off to Siberia if you're KGB.
We get
That's
sent to
a-
investigate the hive.
I think Behemoth's internal stomach
We've heard reports of these of a gene stealer cult somewhere near this Tyranid hive fleet.
suspiciously deep inside it for some reason. Oh my
Well,
god!
I think
Well,
Ducky.
good job, boys. You
Well
tanked
done, guys.
45 pages of prep that I did for this dog shit. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think Doc will live a happy life as a servitor.
Yes, a servitor.
lucky. If he's lucky.
Is there any way of my character, since I have pretty high charm, can I like try and finagle my way out of this?
Schmoozy
Just
Inquisitor.
basically just blaming everything on my teammates.
Let him
'Cause,
burn
like,
a fate point for it.
Like,
Tell you
No,
what.
let's
Tell you what.
let's see. How
Roll
much
a
of the blame-
charm test for me and see if you can explain how everything is your teammate's fault when you're the only one armed with a flamer.
Can I just use my class feature for that, which allows me to automatically succeed
let's-
charm tests?
I was a psyker. Just blame it all on Scotchmo.
Yeah, of course I am. I'm going to blame everything on everybody else except me.
I know.
I'd say- I'll say if each of you,
on the cog
if-
boy.
if each of you burn a fate point, your characters are not dead, but that is the end of this particular investigation. You
No,
are
I'm
all
definitely going to blame everything on them and be very truthful about everybody else's involvement.
okay. That is perfectly fine. Yes, if you guys burn a fate point, you may keep your character, except for Scotchmo, who is thoroughly
Dead.
beyond
Can I
redemption.
burn a
Can't-
fate point? Scotchmo's charred remains will carry us into battle.
I'll put Smosh Scotcho into a little jar, and my servo skill will carry him around.
Every now and then, a fiery apparition, Legion of the Scotchmo, will come and save you.
Oh dear. But yeah, so that's a taste of Dark Heresy. As you can see, why I heartily recommended you avoid combat, because it's very dangerous. It's
So
very
if we
very dangerous.
if we burn a fate point and survive, how much experience do we get?
None. You did not succeed a single thing today. You drove off your only lead, gave away your prisons to a bunch of gangers, and set a building on fire of a hostel owner. It's it's not great. The Inquisition does not reward failure, unfortunately. You cannot you cannot fail your way forward.
Well,
But that
then
is the end of that.
I need to have a talk with the Inquisition about their managerial skills.
Well, they assumed you guys were competent. I'm gonna assume that whoever picked you guys out's probably gonna get sent to the mine scrubber or something.
Probably, because I'm definitely going to give them a report that like details all of the failings of my teammates.
I asked how much a drink costs and put a hole in the wall. That does not constitute all that happened.
Well, I mean, basically, a kid died because you wanted to get into what is basically a place where some dude used to yell at people.
No, a kid died because
train
a
station.
psyker blew his mind up, told him to commit suicide.
Only because you really, really wanted in to a place that doesn't have anything useful to you.
Did you guys see why he was winding up there for sleeping at night, as opposed to on ground level in garbage?
Yeah. Good point.
Why he was very insistent on keeping the door intact.
So, Griff, you remember when you said that this should only take a couple of sessions? You were right.
It did.
Suppose that's very true. My dice were shit hot though. My god, those rats, man, those rats were very bitey.
So Scotch, what was, look, ultimately, yes, you went out in quite literally a blaze of glory, but was there at any point tonight, was there any point where you were thinking, fuck, I shouldn't have dodged that shotgun blast?
No. Scotchmo went out the way he lived, soaked in promethium and on fire.
It's very fair.
Oh, I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie. It was gonna be funny, or I thought maybe funny, but maybe a dick move. But during that fight, when everybody was like, during the alleyway, I was thinking like, what if I just left and went back to the Inquisitor and told them, what the hell, who are these people who I have to work with? They're incredibly incompetent. And just give this, like, terrible review of my compatriots. Just basically try to absolve myself of but everything bad had happened.
That would be amazing.
Except the fire. Depending on, I might have acknowledged the fact that I may have set something on fire, but I don't know.
Yeah, that was a gunfight caused by other members of your party.
Yeah, like
The
the entire series that led to me using their flavor only happened because of my teammates, so obviously it wasn't my fault.
But
Perhaps that I should have reviewed my equipment choices, but that's a mistake. That obviously is easily rectified, etc., etc.
Kind of confused how they knew we were in this room if his mind got scrubbed.
Because they found out from the earlier stealth check already. When you went to go knock on the door to like call you down, guys down, and it's an empty room. You moved rooms before dinner, came up, checked to get you guys down for food. Nobody there. Stealth check. You guys failed significantly. It was like, oh. And then went down. Also, so now you guys have all finished. So this guy actually, the meat you guys ate is from some of the previous tenants. He runs a organ harvesting operation here.
Yeah, of course.
That's what the gangers are for. The excess meat getting fed to the people who come eat here. That's why it's so empty. Most people know to stay clear. And he also had like a ton of information. If you like tortured him, he had a ton of information about like most of the things going on in the area.
I know I should have tried to convince all of them, because I was like, at some point, because we were like dealing with the whole situation, I was like, hey, maybe we should just like knock him out and just take over the entire place. But I thought that was going to be way too overt.
You could always just intimidate him into keep running the place. Cut off one of your hands every time you lie. But yeah, his poor wife is also complicit in it, but she flees. What happens is he locks himself. Once you guys kill all the dregs, normally, he locks himself in his office and like cries until you guys bust down the door and then like intimidate or torture the information out of him.
I mean, we did kill all the dreggies.
Yeah. It's just like,
You know,
you're gonna get a vox call, basically going, get the hell out, you bunch of fuck ups. Meet us at this location, or else. Then you're going to be put in the metal container and shipped into the sun.
Oh, I will have sent a preemptive vox then blaming everybody else and saying my cover's still intact. I'm going back in.
Yes, but yes. So as you can see, Dark Heresy is very lethal. There's a reason they give you fate points. They're meant to be used judiciously throughout a session. You get them back at every session start.
Okay.
Yeah, the combat is very, very, very dangerous. You want to avoid it. It's good to have social and interactive skills because going live, like you guys just saw, is a bad time.
It also highlights flamers are fucking dangerous.
They are very dangerous to both yourself and the enemy.
Flamers and grenades are amazing.
Yep. Just imagine if I had been somewhat less charitable because the book recommended that two of the people be armed with flamers. So they just throw the grenade into the room and then set it on fire. That was like, that seems a little bit harsh. I'll just go easy on you guys. Just have like a improvised heavy stubber that they can use with its unreliable trait. Who then screwed me on the first round. I rolled to fire with it. But that's fine. That's how it goes.
Didn't actually
these
kill
are dregs.
anybody when it exploded?
It severely hurt the one dreg. He had like a wound. But yeah, like that's against like dregs, right? So those were like toughness 8, they had like ballistic skill 15, not toughness 8 wounds, 15 ballistic skill. You know, like they're not that dangerous. They're got a little bit of higher weapon skill. So you can imagine if you guys are fighting things like armed cultists, or people using any actual form of armor, or professional troops, or gangers even are a much more dangerous proposition compared to like these guys.
What was our final subtlety?
2.
It ended up like -1, something like that.
-1.
What did it start at?
It started at 20. And you lost 10 in this last fight.
Yeah, somehow Scotchmo was like screaming fire, like just writ on the wall. The Inquisition is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, that's Dark Heresy. I'm thinking maybe for your group, we should maybe, if you guys want to stick with this kind of rule set, maybe rather do something like Only War, which is a bit more overt and you're much better equipped, relatively speaking. You know, flak armor, las guns, that kind of stuff. Grenades.
Where we can stand out in two neat rows, two opposing armies on either side, and fire by ranks.
That can be a thing. Only War is quite interesting because you roll up a homeworld together. So you guys like roll up what kind of regiment you come from with like your regimental traits and that kind of stuff, which is pretty neat from a rules perspective. But yeah, so that's Dark Heresy in a nutshell. It's a lot of investigation and talking, and social skills and stuff like that are quite helpful. Unless you really just want to play door kickers, but you just saw if you're gonna play door kickers, it's a very high risk campaign. You know, your combat's dangerous. One crit to the wrong body part, you down for the count. Even like legs and things can. Yeah, like you saw, like shotgun, Righteous Fury once on the head hit location. That's enough to like end somebody. And that's one shot. That's one shot, right? Where you guys weren't even fighting enemies with automatic weapons. They could fire like 3 or 5 or 6 times around per person. Imagine taking a volley of like gunfire from auto guns or stubbers from like 5 people firing at you. That's like 30 dice.
Taking on a Chaos Marine.
Oh no! I was keeping what happened the one time they fought a almost dead Chaos Marine that had survived like multiple injuries and like a spaceship crash beforehand.
He punched Ein's character across the board.
Power armor gives unnatural strength on top of like the unnatural strength that Astartes have. Like you need to roll like unless you have armor piercing like 8 weapons, you have to roll like double-digit dice just to even start doing damage. Like if you don't have a melter or something equivalent, blast guns and even bolters to a certain extent, they're just going to shrug off. Melee is just out unless you have a power sword or something like that, something really high end. Or like one Marine would kill all of you in a single round without breaking.
That's why you do emotional damage to them.
That's why we have grenades.
Don't care. Their armor has like double effectiveness versus frags. It's like 40 absorption or something. Marines are statted almost equivalent to how they are in the fluff, like power level, as they are super dangerous. Like
you just give them a hug because Chaos Space Marines are crybaby emo boys.
You shut your whole mouth, you bastard. But yeah, like Chaos Space Marines are terrifying. Demons are also very, very, very hard to put down, especially like Demons of Nurgle. You know, they come with like 70 toughness out of the box, plus unnatural toughness on top of that, which makes it count higher for the rolls. They cause terror and fear. So, for example, if you just look at them, you have to pass a test, and if you fail it, you just can't shoot at them or you go insane. They're very, 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 very dangerous. Like even Eldar, for example, like an Eldar Guardian, like a civilian, has a ridiculous stat array. Like they are very, very dangerous.
In theory, then by the time you actually get to the point where you're taking on those kind of enemies, your character would also be pretty badass as well, correct?
You would never have physical stats to match, like ever. But your gear will be relatively good, and you will have, depending on how you spend your stuff, you'd have some decent talents. But no, you'll never be, like, no matter how good you are as a person, you will never get to the point where you are a match for Astartes or something like that. Like, at all.
That much I know. I just mean weapon-wise or equipment-wise that you...
We all have las cannons.
I mean, you could theoretically get a las cannon, but now you're fighting, one guy in power armor. You have to actually get him into a place where you can shoot him with a las cannon. If that makes sense.
Point blank las cannon.
Because las cannons are big, hard to carry around.
Long, narrow tunnel, set it up at the other end, and then, moon him.
Have you ever watched Astartes? Because I can tell you how that's going to go.
Yeah, I know how it's going to go, but, we're hoping that...
Those guys have dodged out the wazoo.
But you see, the hope is that you have forgotten what happened there and that you would not do something like us. You would let our las cannon burn a great big hole in its chest.
Oh, if you hit him, sure. Definitely roll damage. But yeah, they're like hard to hit just because they have such high dodge score and they have such tough armor and high toughness and unnatural toughness and high agility. And just power armor itself has got like wealth of special rules that goes with it as well for Marines. Like just a ton of different stuff. Like they are unreal. There's also Death Watch if you guys all want to play Marines, but Death Watch is hard from a role-playing perspective because it's really tricky to actually play interesting Marine characters. Especially with how dumb you fuckers are with your hijinks and fat rolling into room.